I'm glad I decided to look because I wasn't recording this whole fucking time.
You missed a lot of the great... For those of you just joining, you missed a lot of great bits because the editor didn't hit the record button.
It happens. At least I didn't forget to record the
actual... Send all your hate to at this email address and write it down, everybody. It is... Censored not.
Boy, you don't even know what my email address is.
Just play over.
Well, I mean, I could give... okay, send your hate to this PlayStation Network account. It's...
You don't know... My PlayStation Network account... No, you have it on friggin' PS5, and that one's wrong, remember?
PS4.
Oh.
Gotcha, bitch.
Well, joke's on you, my PSN account is privated, so nobody can send me messages.
Aww.
It's partially because when I was doing DS2 PvP...
Discord is...
Joke's on you, my Discord's also privated. You can't send me shit. Unless you send me a friend request, unless you send me a friend request, which can only happen when we're on the same server, that ain't gonna happen.
All right, tell you what, fans, send it to me and I will forward it to Zoe.
I have this thing called a block button. Fuck you. You ain't touching me with shit.
Okay, I will forward it to his boyfriend, and his boyfriend will forward it to him.
You won't.
I will continue, motherfucker.
Jordan wouldn't.
I have ways.
Jordan wouldn't. Partially because he's not even paying attention to this conversation.
Okay.
See?
Down.
What?
Up here. My computer has a habit of sometimes being like, oh hey, we've been asleep for a while. We're gonna turn off and then turn back on. No, bad. That's copyrighted. Don't play any of that.
Unfortunately,
It
the friggin'
Disney. I did not mean him getting yelled at by Disney.
The friggin'
we don't
past
have the mouse on our tail.
D&D session I wanted to upload today, I can't because of copyright, funnily enough.
What did we do?
Oh no, it wasn't you, it was all me. Basically,
what did Scorp do?
It wasn't Scorp either. So essentially, when Adel Sarday was describing what the effects of Solaria's nuclear attack at Lunaria, I decided to include a clip that John/Snarty actually sent me a while ago that he suggested I use of a nuclear explosion. That nuclear explosion was from Twin Peaks. They said, because I used it, the video will not be viewable on mobile platforms, where most of my viewers watch my videos on mobile platforms, so I have to fix that.
You it on desktop, which is the weird part.
What?
I wouldn't care if it's just, hey, you can't watch this in, what's the 3 countries? It's usually, you can't monetize this, or you can't watch this in Iran, Iraq, and Serbia. I'm fine with that. But,
okay, fine.
Yeah, but when it's like...
Way to just deny yourself Iraq, Iranian, and Serbian viewers. Wow.
Every single one of my copyrighted videos is banned in those 3 countries, dude. I think that's just the thing.
What are you doing in your videos?
What specifically are you doing?
Maybe it's because all of my videos have the tag LGBT in them. I don't know. But either way.
Yeah, no, that would do it. Those are what, all Middle Eastern?
Yeah. But unfortunately, because most of my viewers want stuff on mobile, I had to re-edit it, and I'm waiting until I fall asleep to upload it because it took me 6 goddamn hours to upload that damn video.
That is still one of the weirdest, specific copyright claims I could think of.
It's the first time I've ever seen something like that. It's very annoying.
You can watch this on PC, no problem.
Yeah, but you can't take it anywhere.
Because why?
Because Twin Peaks, I guess.
That's silly.
Alright. Well, it is what it is.
Oh, it is what it is, I get that, but it just boggles my mind, what specifically do you have to do for it to be not available to be played on mobile? Is the sound too loud?
No, I figured that it's either the bots randomly giving out things in addition to something for whatever reason, or I was manually
Why make that a
constructing.
function then?
Because it's difficult to do that manually with over 1 billion videos. Like, how many videos
why
are there?
make something bannable on only mobile platform?
Most
Like,
likely
that's
because
why
that's
that
what the creator
specifically.
suggested. It could be for his own personal reasons or something.
D&D begins now.
Okay.
I am confusion.
Anybody remember what happened last time?
There was a glowing blue tree, which Charlie said was made of ether. We finished out the Looney Tune castle, then we came to the glowing giant skeleton that, funnily enough, I actually had a theory that was immediately proven wrong by Squib, being like, yeah, no, I was here before, that's just a giant that got hit by a giant explosion. My theory was, oh, hey, it's glowing, it's weird, it's giant, maybe it's the dead goddess.
That would be that would be something if that was true.
Good guess.
It's not
no.
too far-fetched, to be fair.
Yeah, but no, it was a
Just
friendly
not correct.
giant who ended up dealing with the ramifications of the reckless actions of the 5 heroes. Unfortunately.
Oh no.
Which is
In a-
just as far fucking fetched.
In a different universe, keep that in mind.
Yep.
Ho ho ho, green
So-
giant.
The Solarians had nuclear weapons. Someone wanted to set off a nuclear weapon where it was not supposed to be set off. So the heroes sent it through a portal because they didn't know how to freaking stop the thing from exploding.
That's our
Arm.
And yeah, thank you, disarm. It landed here. Thankfully, because of the tree that's filled with ether, the area is not scorched earth. Though that does not explain why the skeleton is glowing. Either way, that's where we
Only
ended.
irradiated
Yeah.
and hit with ether.
Well, no, it's not irradiated. Not anymore. It's been purified. And I'm not sure if it's the ether, because if it was the ether, everything would be glowing, not just the skeleton.
So what happens when you combine the radiation with ether purification? You get purified radiation?
That's kind of fucked up,
Did
ain't
we
it?
make a new power? Did we make a new power source?
Yeah, I
No
don't know
idea.
about that.
I don't think either Aria or Crestfall want to delve into nuclear power. So, hey,
I mean, if other people get a hold of that, I mean,
Mark's
I shudder
already
to think-
Mark's already started the arms race by teaching people how to make guns. It's gonna
Yeah.
get there eventually. Let's not speed it along.
Yeah, I shudder to think of the consequences. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
D&D, what consequences are there?
Oh, shut
There's
up.
a camera.
It's D&D. What consequences are there? We say while standing next to the giant glowing skeleton.
Nah, my preferred one is what consequences are there? We can create a Geneva Convention. You mean the suggestion.
Oh no.
All right.
What consequences are there? Flashback to Rashi.
Rashi, Zardak.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're looking at what? 2 nukes? Maybe 3? Or 4? Depending on if we want to Hiroshima this.
Well,
Fucking hell, dude.
as far as
I'm pulling out all the stops. I've had a shit day at work.
I don't remember how many.
Really?
Well, I do remember how many nukes there were, but there's no way that any of us here would know that number neither. So, yeah. As in, nobody in the party, anyway.
Hell,
Alright.
I could barely count on both fingers.
Alright, want to start? Yeah,
You
let's
can
start.
only count to 4. You can only count to 4.
1, 2.
I can only drink. I can only count to 4. Then I have to drink 4 more.
Combine 2 different Psycho Stick songs.
I will combine all of them.
Let's begin.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, we're playing D&D. We got a little off track there.
Technically, we got off track while talking about the game, and we're still talking about the game until we reach the song. Sometimes I wonder how these conversations happen.
So,
Because I'm a dipshit.
Ill will look to Charlie. Again, I am sorry for yelling at you like I did. It was not okay.
It's not the first time.
Still, I will make sure it doesn't happen again.
He just shrugs to this, not seeming bothered one way or the other by this.
I will then just go over here and take a seat.
So, hey, I've already kind of forgotten what we were originally planning on doing.
I need Tempest.
Right, Dragon, got it.
You keep getting lost is the problem.
Yeah, we keep getting sidetracked, and I kind of just lost sight of the original goal.
Seeing Tempest originally so that we could see what he could do with Mark and then also get information about the amulets that is attached to the person that killed George's father, who is currently rampaging around, possibly as a gigantic demon.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Could you mark me to see if I can get a mental ping of where he might be?
We already
That
know
might
what
be a good
Tempest is.
idea. We might need some direction at this point.
I thought we knew where he is.
You know where Tempest's slab is already, yes?
Yes.
But do we know where it is, like in coordination with where we are now?
Yes.
Or
Question mark?
you know it's somewhere to your east, but that's about all you know.
I think we should get a ping for a more accurate location.
And then
Just saying.
And then I suggest that we walk there, and not take this guy's super-powered carriage of moving all over the place.
You'll
As long
know,
as you tell him exactly where to go, he'll go there.
you'll know you have to get to this square on the map.
Also, we have told him many
So
times.
direction-wise, what straight line do I have to put Charlie on?
That's for you to figure out.
And we have also already told Charlie many times exactly where to go, and he got lost each time until we
This
started.
is why I'm
using the map.
asking what the straight line north.
Even if
Whatever.
we point him in the exact direction he needs to go, there's still one problem. He needs to know when to stop.
By the way,
Here's the problem you guys are not understanding. You give him a direction to go. You don't tell him how far or when to stop. You just give him a direction. We need to give him the other two pieces. This is what the point of this is.
Exactly. We've not been giving him the points where to stop.
What do you mean? I did.
No, you
When
didn't. You just
somebody
gave him an arrow
decided
to
to
go
say,
forward.
hey,
and that
you
was
gotta
it.
go faster than the arrow. And he did.
I've discovered a new recipe. I have to get ingredients. I'll be back, Charlie says before darting off. Before any of you get the chance to argue with him.
Hey, anybody got a pickaxe?
Julie just kind of sits down and relaxes against something. I'm just gonna take 5.
Well,
Anyone with a pickaxe. Surely one of you fuckers have got one.
Pickaxe, eh? Well,
Yes,
let me check.
pickaxe.
Thorgrim's gonna set his pack down and start digging through it. Like, again, keeping with the theme, kind of Looney Tunes style, throwing shit out of the pack as he's digging through it.
I do want to say you were given a bag of holding recently, so
Yeah, but there's nothing in it.
Doable.
you can
least that-
throw its stuff into the bag of holding.
I have a crowbar.
I need a
Well-
pickaxe.
That kind of works.
Straight up Gmod this shit.
A crowbar is not gonna work in this scenario.
ruined supplies, healer's kit, an amulet of awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I
Oh.
got a key,
You
got a map, got another kit.
Oh.
And got the discus, throws it, bonks somebody in the head. Random trophy I got. Mm-hmm.
Tosses disket, you all watch it fly nimbly through the air in a semicircle, crashing into Thorgrim's own head.
Ow!
Don't.
Ow!
It's a
Damn it.
boomerang.
Pack inside a pack somehow. Bedroll, mess kit, torches, rations, water skin. Blah, 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 blah.
we're just gonna take out a piece of paper and start trying to write down some stuff. How far would he be able to guess approximately how far we are actually away from the lab?
You know it's going to be several days travel, at least 3 more.
With
Assuming-
Charlie?
With Charlie, you might be able to cut it down to 1. Maybe, if you're lucky. Depending on how accurate Charlie goes.
But Mark is gonna try to get he's gonna try to contact Tippas to get an exact ping of where the lab is. In terms of like approximately how far the travel is, in terms of like feet, miles, things like that.
GPS mode activate.
But okay, say that to me again, real
He's
quick.
trying to get like an accurate ping of where the lab is in terms of like miles, feet, or something like that.
Okay, that's a bit above my pay grade. I can't give you an accurate one.
Or I guess approximately how many miles it would take for them to reach the lab or get in within eyesight of the lab.
Now you got me doing math. I would say you are about 300 to 400 miles away.
Okay. After he gets that, he's gonna write that down. And then he's going to think it's mostly like to the east, right?
It is southeast, but very low on the south. If I were to give you squares, it would be 4 squares to the east and 1 square to the south.
Okay.
No, I haven't tried using this gray bag of tricks yet. I wonder if I can summon something to help out something.
Alright. I'm just gonna write down approximately how far away that is. Let me actually... Is it 300 to 400 miles?
300 to 400, yes.
Okay, we have a distance now.
Alright. I'm just gonna kind of write that down, and he's gonna wait for approximately when Charlie gets back.
400. There you
I'm gonna write that down and take a mental note of that and wait for Charlie to get back.
I guess I'll approach Thorgrim and ask if I can store some things in his bag of holding.
Let's see. I got some rope. I got this.
Have you found a pickaxe yet?
Nope, no pickaxe.
Sometimes not like anyone has a pickaxe.
Found the stupid autograph though. He like sits down and he looks at Poemaster's autograph and he still has it.
As you look at it, you just faintly hear, as in Poemaster. Oh, as in Poemaster.
It's still going.
Thorgrim turns to, or Thorgrim wordlessly shoves the autograph into Jubilee's hands. You take it.
Okay.
As in Poemasters.
I'll put it away in my pack real quick.
Alright.
Yeah, no pickaxe.
Again, do you mind if I store some things in your bag of holding?
Oh, yeah, it's, as far as I know, it's empty right now, so go ahead.
So, I'm gonna give him a piece of fleece, some rose petals, and a couple costumes. Which, the first 2 things are like material components I can use if my spell focus is missing for a couple of my spells.
Okay, so, piece of fleece, rose petals, and what?
2 outfits.
And the costumes are for my dancing.
And 2 outfits. Okay, 2 dancing outfits.
Yep. So, just gonna uncheck those, that way I know they're not in my possession.
And I'm gonna put these in a separate document so I can, like, keep track of what's in the bag and what's in my inventory.
Alright.
I don't know why those are there. Oh, I also have a formal dress I probably should put in there too.
Dress.
Thank you.
Dancing outfits. No good. Yeah, you're good. I mean, this bag is... I mean, for storing, so might as well store.
Right?
Yeah. And as far as I know, there's nothing in it, and seems like it can hold at least a decent amount. Not knowing that it's actually like capable of holding like
It's
who knows how much.
It's basically infinite. I don't have the time nor the patience to actually give you bags of holdings that have weight limits.
So basically, it's just RPG storage.
Yeah, inventory, RPG, Animal Crossing storage. Let's
what
go.
kind of RPG?
Yes.
Because you gotta remember, some of them make you play Tetris.
Final Fantasy, not Resident Evil. You just put item in and pull it back out when you need it. That's it.
Resident
okay,
Evil
yeah, man, I can
has an
work with that.
RPG, not is an RPG.
And when you want it back, you just reach your hand in, think of the item you want, and pull it out.
It's not
Wait,
not
hold
the
on,
same
does this
kind of
mean that the
RPG,
bag
bud.
comes with a list that's interactable and sortable?
That would be cool, actually.
I could probably make an Excel sheet for it.
Do that. Like, no joke, do that. That would help us a lot. We'll
Well,
know
I'm
it's in
figuring
Thorgrim's
out-
possession, but...
I'm getting messages from Discord while Discord's open on my phone, despite it being told not to do that.
Yo, dog, I heard you like Discord.
I do, but I've got like 70 red notifications that I gotta respond to.
So I give you Discord with your Discord and give you Discord while you Discord.
See, all this makes me think of is Yzma.
Gotta put
And
that box
her-
inside another box. I don't know, hold the phrasing.
The only
Anything
reason
else
it makes
you
me think about that is because the podcast I was listening to earlier.
Is there
which
anything
is
else
like,
you want me to
yes.
hold, Jude?
Right now, I can hold on to the rest of my stuff.
Alright.
Hey, could you hold this portable hole in there?
No.
I don't actually have one. It's
So
just
yeah,
fucking
Jubilee's
hilarious,
just
though.
resting underneath the nearby tree, I guess, until something happens.
So nobody has a pickaxe.
No, nobody.
No.
I
has
can
a
see if I
pickaxe.
can summon a badger for you. I don't know how. I don't have a pickaxe. I have a rapier that I don't use anymore.
I got hammers.
Hello, Charlie.
Eh,
Do we have a weird stick with a flat point on it?
I have throwing daggers. You could probably use some of those to chip away at something.
Those
Charlie.
might work. Okay, I need daggers and one of the smallest hammers you got.
Charlie.
I don't have a hammer, unfortunately, but I'll give you like
I
3
meant
daggers.
order.
Can you do Tauntaun a favor and break apart part chips for that
No,
skeleton form?
I need it done surgically, not willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll walk over and hand you 3 throwing daggers for you to use in case the others break.
Thorgrim, I still need a tiny hammer.
You have
Well-
kits, right, Thorgrim?
Well, it's a shame that I gave away my only tiny hammer, and all I have is large hammers.
They might have an adventurer's kit. That would have a hammer in it.
Anyone have a normal fucking hammer?
Wait. I have smithing tools.
Yep, that would have a smith hammer in it.
that would have
got-
several hammers in it.
There's
So
got
you
to
got
be.
a few options.
Thorgrim's gonna walk over to Tauntaun, and he's gonna like open his smithing tools kit, and he's going to just like, kind of like just show off the massive selection of hammers. Where
Okay,
is Tauntaun?
cool.
You can keep those daggers, by the way.
Where the
Cool,
hell
cool. So, now in theory, I'm going to need a normal fucking hammer,
I don't
preferably
see
one I can
Tauntaun.
lift.
Tauntaun, you can lift one of the smithing hammers.
It's a hand hammer, not a war
Not a
hammer.
My
great-
9 strength sometimes says otherwise to all of you.
It's still fucking hammer.
Anyways, so my plan is to cut out one of the canines, like you're chiseling at stone. You know, just something to study later. and also hope that doing this doesn't wake up the giant skeleton. So I don't know what I need to roll.
You will need to roll an athletics.
Can I have Patterson do this? And just give him the help?
You can, but you have to remember, Patterson will have no idea how to do this efficiently or carefully.
Talk.
You can let Patterson do it, but there's a chance Patterson will just whack.
I will give him the help action while marking out where I think you should be cutting.
What like you're standing behind Patterson and like holding his wrists and being like, all right, over here, kind of like an adult guiding their kid.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, so as you're marking it off and being very deliberate about where you want Patterson to hit, you look at Patterson and you see him staring blankly at the spot, and it does not look like he has registered anything you've said, and he is about to just go to town hitting this thing with a hammer.
You know what, Patterson? Forget it. Thorgrim, you were paying attention to what I was saying, right?
Kind of, sorta. You wanted my hammers to, do surgery.
I wanted... technically, it would be considered orthodontistry?
Oh, you're doing tooth work. Okay.
Yes, I want the canine.
Which one's that one?
The sharp one.
Got it. I could try. I mean, I'm not super precise.
It's part of the reason I was asking for it. But instead, we're gonna have to go with dagger and a hammer.
Dagger and a hammer will impose disadvantage.
Can I give him the help action so that he doesn't have disadvantage?
Yes.
Awesome.
Could I then make it reckless so that I get advantage?
No. Advantage. You can't give yourself 2 instances of advantage to overcome 1 instance of disadvantage.
This is also technically not an attack.
Okay.
It's athletics.
I mean,
Well,
still...
that's okay.
Being in rage would give him advantage on his athletics checks, though.
It would burn a use of rage, though. Whereas help can just be thrown out around willy-nilly.
Is this still the same day that we had the fight? Okay. Then I don't have any rages left, so I can't do that.
But you wouldn't be able to give yourself advantage anyhow. The best you would be able to do is a standard roll. The only other things that could help you is Bless and Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration.
Well, here goes nothing. Of course.
Thorgrim, you rear back and you slam down, and you all hear a loud crack as Thorgrim snaps the throwing dagger in half.
Hey Jube, can I have another dagger?
I gave him 3.
Taunt dagger.
Here's 3.
No, only 2. He broke 1.
God damn it! Here's 2.
Alright. Tent number 2. That's better.
That's a lot better.
To be fair, some of those daggers were rusted, so that was probably just a bad dagger.
Yeah. Just kind of brittle.
Thorgrim, with a bit more care and accuracy this time, you begin working, and after several hours of work, you have managed to crack the tooth. This is going. It seems it's going to take a while.
Well, they're doing that. Mark's gonna go over to Charlie and be like, "Excuse me, Charlie. Would you mind doing me a favor?"
I can try.
Well, I guess let me ask, how far do you think you can run in approximately a second?
He sits there and stares blankly, and Mark, for the briefest moment, you swear you see 1,000 equations flying by Charlie's head, and then as you inspect a little bit more, there's 1,000 equations, and all of them are wrong.
Okay. Let's make this easier.
He has no idea how quickly he can move in a second.
Let's make this easier. Can you come stand by me?
Stand by me, then run your full movement speed to one spot. We'll time it.
Pretty much, it's gonna pretty much point over to pretty much here, like on the edge of this.
Uh-huh.
Actually, he's gonna take one step back. Guess he's gonna run to a wall from this.
I mean, Charlie can run across walls.
True. So I guess he's gonna tell Charlie, I want you to run 100 feet and then back to me.
You hear a spark, or you hear a crackling of sparks, and you see Charlie dart off, and you begin counting, and around the 2-second mark, he is already at the wall, and at 4 seconds, he's back beside you, and then at 6 seconds, he's back at the wall, before he darts back over. He can move 300 feet in 6 seconds. Which means, he can,
6 seconds.
which means he can move 50 feet in about a second.
Want to see me run to that mountain and back? Want to see me do it again?
I honestly thought that was what was going to happen. Like you wouldn't even see a move as like I did it.
Now, Mark has special robot eyes. I should have made him roll a perception, though. Just for fun. You know what? Roll a perception for me, just for shiggles. Let's see if you would have seen it. I've already described it to you, so I'm not going to take it away. I just want to see what you would have rolled. Yeah, you would have
seen it.
You would have been fine.
Alright. So now Mark's gonna say thank you, and he's gonna go back to writing in his paper. He should know how long a mile is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would know how far a mile is.
Okay. That's it. Now I have to actually do math, so Mark's just gonna be working on that.
Right? Anyone else got anything?
Yeah. I will get up and go over to Jubilee. Hello, Jubilee.
Oh, Julie will look up from her spot. She's sitting under the tree. Yeah?
She'll sit next to her. Can we speak for a moment?
Sure, what's up?
Well, you did seem like you wanted to speak about your time when you almost died. I didn't have a chance, or was in the right mindset to speak with you about at the time.
You mean back on the ship, huh?
Yes.
When I was, I guess, down, but I saw what looked like an image of my mother's place.
Place.
Her home.
Strange.
I don't know. I felt like I was gonna be stuck there forever if you hadn't gotten me out.
Unlikely.
I don't.
You probably
I don't know if it was some foreboding thing.
Foreboding?
I don't know.
Well, you were almost dead. Well, you were dead for a few seconds. Sounds fairly foreboding to me.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen when we go back
To what?
to our own plane of existence.
Well, that depends on how we do here. If we are able to cripple their forces to a point that they have taken such a hefty loss, we might be fine. If not, most likely we'll have to report to the four heroes, possibly reunite Charlie with them, and then we'll see where to go from there. They have dealt with something like this before.
Yeah, but is it strange? I'm more concerned about if I have to possibly confront my mother again or not.
Not
More than
really.
that.
One's personal issues often have a bigger precedent compared to the world's.
Do you have a good relationship with your parents?
Not in the slightest.
Huh.
Well, maybe. I feel like to her I am fairly insignificant, but is less malicious, more a side effect of the culture that we're in.
Yeah, you don't exactly know who your father is, right?
Nope. All I am aware of is that I might have gained some of my abilities due to my heritage with him. And that my sister knew about him. It might be that I have forgotten him along with her, from whoever sealed my memories away.
We should really look into that when we get back.
That's the plan. But to me, there are more pressing matters.
Right. I think this all started for me because I just wanted to put on a show to make the world happy. And now look at us.
Big things have small starts. Technically speaking,
Pretty sure this starts anything but small.
yes, but if you think about it, the entirety of the history of your home continent all started because a dragon ate the family of a lonely woman. That is simply how history works. The metaphor of butterflies and tornadoes applies. Or is that an allegory? Something along those lines.
I think the word you're looking for is anecdote.
Maybe.
Anecdote.
Sure. Again, I still feel kind of bad considering you got that for Hubert over there.
Hubert is fine. If I didn't get it for Hubert, then you would be dead.
Yeah.
And in the end, everything worked out. I was worried that without any funds, you wouldn't be able to pay for the voyage. Given that Tauntaun is reckless with his money, Thorgrim, I'm not sure how much he has, actually, and Mark was usually comatose.
Yes, Tauntaun, reckless with money. Despite the fact that he usually helps.
I mean, boys will be boys, right?
Maybe.
And then
Except for Hubert. Hubert's... No, I'll try to stop teasing you about Hubert, but at the same time, you two make it so easy.
I am aware
You know, it's just that, too. I'm only teasing and nothing more, right?
I'm aware that some people tease as a form of endearment. Hubert does it
See,
from time to time.
Oh, see, you do understand it then. You do understand I'm not actually going to do anything.
I never thought that you were going to do something.
Really? Because when you stare at me with those red eyes, sometimes it can give a different message.
Jubilee. If I really wanted to hurt you, don't you think I would have done so by now? Hell, when you were flirting, quote-unquote flirting with Hubert, afterwards you slept in the room I was in. I could have very easily killed you in your sleep or worse.
Flattered.
I'm glad you see it that way.
In all seriousness, though, I know... I don't know, there's something about what Hubert does when he has to go away for a little bit that bothers me about it, but I don't know if you know what it is, but...
I do.
Is there a reason why you guys keep it to yourselves then, or is it
I
just
keep it to
you don't-
myself
it's
because
preference?
I keep it to myself because Hubert has asked me to. Well, more that I feel it is up to Hubert to give it, to tell people about it.
That's fair.
It is his secret, after all. If he feels he doesn't want to tell someone, then I will simply follow suit.
If Hubert wasn't your servant, or, you know what I mean. If he wasn't like that, what do you think he would be like?
Happier, probably.
Sorry?
Happier.
So you think he's unhappy being with you?
Not exactly. It's more that he's not happy. He has no emotion, because he was made to be that way, in order to serve me. Were he not serving me, I think he would be more properly adjusted. Then again, it could be that he would be given to someone else. So who knows? He is a man, after all, and unfortunately in our culture, men are seen as not much more than tools. Or accessories.
And he's a half-breed, and that makes it worse.
That too. Thanks, narrator.
You're welcome.
Mark just kind of lets out a... Oh, sorry.
Oh, was he listening?
Sorry.
No, Mark was just letting us out. He thinks he's finally figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of look around the tree at him and then look back to Il Tarte. I guess that's where...
Go ahead.
I guess that's just one difference about us. Like, I could never accept that kind of culture. Like,
And-
no offense to you, Adel Sarte, but I would prefer a chance for him to have his own freedom and make his own choices.
So,
I may not agree with those choices, but
so what would you
at
do
least he
then?
would have the ability to.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I should stop doing that.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, narrator who also interrupted me. But I'll let you go. You go ahead.
Well, what would you do then?
I don't know, like what I actually did. It may seem like running away, but I decided to take my own path in life, do things my way.
Fair enough.
I'm sure, like, I could have stayed in the mafia, like my mother wanted to, but I decided to get away from that life and do something to make the world a little better, because that's what I wanted to do, and I had the choice to do so. I mean, I can't change a whole culture overnight, but I would at least, if I was in your position, I would at least want to try to make it a little better. Really, like, kind of like how King Nilos founded his own kingdom, I think.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned him. I am trying to do something similar. It is why I did not leave. I'm trying to change it from the inside. And like you said, culture does not change overnight. But elves do live for around a millennia. I feel that it would be possible for me to change it over time. And I have been doing so to some extent.
You'll still be well within trying to do this before when I pass on.
Maybe. I might not mention this to the others, but the Drow have... what is it they call it? A manifest destiny, so to speak. It is fated that Drow will rule over everything. And I also believe this, but I don't think that needs to be a bad thing, and I think it is up to interpretation. I think how many Drow take it is conquer everything, be in charge of everything, have everyone be used either for them, their magic, or be tossed aside like nothing. I look to it differently. If the Droughts rule everything, then it should only be from a democratic standpoint. We shouldn't.
The goal.
Not exactly. It's not that I want to be leaders of countries. I am a princess and I lead 2 countries, but I only lead them in name only. The people that were in charge when I conquered them, so to speak, are still in charge. The only difference is that now, nobody in the Drow countries can touch them, lest they end up dealing with my wrath. And if anyone were to mess with them, they'd be dealing with the entire Drow Empire at their behest as well, therefore adding more protection. Ultimately, that is what I want. It's why I came to Aria. That's what I want for here as well, rather than the alternative. That, and I honestly believe if the Drow Empire do something as foolish as invade Aria, the Drows will not only lose, I think that would be the end of the Empire entirely.
Probably why your mother hasn't done that yet. She probably understands that they don't have the firepower to deal with it forcefully.
Not yet.
Yet.
Mm-hmm. It is in a similar vein to Tauntaun, who constantly goes on about having armies. He doesn't, but he has the potential to make one. It is similar with the Drow. The difference is, they've done it before. It was horrible.
If it was like 20 or 30 years earlier, they might have stood a chance, but with the way all the leaders of Aria are at least, on speaking terms, they would easily unite against a frontal assault.
Agreed, which is why I believe it'd be the end of the Empire. At least it would just result in thousands of needless deaths, and that's not something I will allow to occur.
Agreed.
That's why I'm hoping that at the end of all this, if we're able to deal with the cults, I might be able to use that leverage, well, use it as leverage to get what I need.
I don't know if any of the Aria leaders would agree to it. They're pretty headstrong regarding to their own styles of leadership.
Well, that's fine.
Not only that, most of them also advocate for having their free choice.
That's fine. But I'm also aware that your leaders are very unique. I think that they would be willing to pretend that I have some sort of ownership here, even if I do not. Even if it is only a name, that is enough.
Have you ever expressed that idea?
I did when I first arrived.
Huh. Did King Nilo turn you down, or did he actually agree to it?
He turned me down. But I think that might have been because I did not present it correctly. Either that, or he simply did not trust me. He didn't even remember who I was when I first arrived. So.
Age must be catching up to him.
Maybe. There is another thing.
Which is?
I feel that the stress is beginning to, well, not beginning to, has been getting to me, as evidenced by when I lost my composure against Charlie, which was not okay. Hubert suggested I find a hobby, and it only just occurred to me that I don't really have one.
What do you have in mind?
I was hoping you would tell me.
Julie just kind of, her eyes light up a little bit, and she gets a sneaky smirk on her face.
As long as it is not something too to not me, I'd be willing to try it.
Oh? The thing about hobbies, that as long as you like it, it can be you no matter what. It's just a matter of if you enjoy it or not.
Okay. So what did you have in mind then?
Well, you like books, right? You could read like Hubert does.
I'm not really sure if that counts as a hobby, but I do read from time to time.
Would you like to learn any of our hobbies? See if you like them?
Sure.
Great, then I'm going to teach you how to dance eventually. And no, it does not have to be my performing dances. I know other dances.
Such as?
Would you like to learn?
Sure.
Alright, Jubilee stands up and offers a hand.
Abel takes in stanza as well.
And Jubilee is just gonna... Okay, now hold me here and hold my hand. She's gonna start teaching her...
Just gotta start teaching her the Macarena.
I was gonna teach you a waltz.
Teach her the Macarena.
He already
That's
knows.
funny, but... No...
Adelsarde already knows the waltz.
Yeah, she knows, like, official royal ballroom dances.
Ah, okay.
Content could probably teach her how to tango.
Alright,
I was gonna say, like, let's put a little twist on it, and she starts trying to do a tango now.
Oh boy.
A little different, but still of the similar vein.
we'll get back to that. Meanwhile, Mark, do you have anything you want to say?
Mark's just gonna ask, Charlie, how long do you think you can just run in one time? Just consecutively?
I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I stopped running, except that one time against the vampire.
You think you can run for 9 hours straight?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Seems very confident about this.
Okay. Huh. Then I may have figured out how we can get to where we need to go within those 9 hours. And then he'll look over and try to... Hey, what's our day?
Meanwhile, she's doing a tango with Jubilee.
She'll pause mid-tango and look over to Mark. Yes?
I think I may have figured out how we can accurately get Charlie to where we need to go.
Yes? Where's that?
To the lab?
Sorry, how's that?
Oh, well, by timing his speed, we can approximately, if we can at least get him on a straight path to the lab, we can hopefully give him a time or something like that to run, and then he can approximately stop somewhere close there.
You see Ailsarde look horrified for a few moments, and then she quickly shakes her head. I suppose that works, but can you ask him to go slowly, please? I am aware you do not have bodily functions, but I cannot handle him going at his maximum speed.
I wasn't even my maximum speed.
What?
Yeah.
Please do
What
not
you just
go.
did to me, your maximum speed, or...
Oh, if I'm not trying to go super fast, yeah.
Please
No, I
do
can.
not try.
I can go that fast. I can go twice that fast. I can go even faster than that.
Let's just stick with that, because this is a lot of numbers. But if we get it accurately, we can approximately reach there within the next 9 hours, with maybe a break or so in between.
Motherfucker's got gears like a car.
Well, he can take 2 dash actions, one of which gives him 600 feet of movement per turn, and the other one gives him 900.
Great, put him in goddamn third gear.
The fuck?
Alright, so, let's go to Tauntaun and Thorgrim. They
what
stood.
kind of a creature did you make with this guy? Jesus.
Yeah.
I ported everything that wasn't too overpowered from 3.5 back into 5th edition, and then I nerfed everything else.
Nah, you should have kept it as is.
Just to see how broken it is of him having a fucking 300 damage in a turn.
See, I would, but the problem is I can't have him dealing 10d10 to everything he punches.
Yeah, fuck you, Zardak!
The issue that he could probably take on the Tarask and win in the second his turn comes around. Tarask only has like 676 on average.
The only part of that you need to hear was he could take on the Tarask and win.
Good
That's all
luck.
you needed to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Good
see,
luck.
It's not even the fact he could take on the Tarask and win. It's he could take on the Tarask and win in the same turn.
Yeah, no,
Which
I
means
get
he
that.
could beat any CR 30 in the same turn,
Because, you know,
of which some gods sit.
Charlie had an ability that let him do Flurry of Blows until he missed an attack. And although he always managed to crit fail on, like, attack number 4, assuming he never rolled a nat 1, he would always hit the Tarask.
Oh yeah, no,
Because he had, like, a plus 70 to hit.
Yep. Yeah, no, I've been there. So I'm just very curious because even with the character that I had made in Pathfinder, he does like the same amount of damage, but he doesn't move as fast. Like, how did you make him move that quickly?
So, it was an aspect of it was a class feature of one of the classes that Charlie picked, and the class feature was just plain and simple, your movement speed is 300, period.
Meat,
Wow.
motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you, Zardak. Good luck, I'm behind 10d10.
Let's see. He also critted on a 16 through 20.
Yep.
Yeah, he had an ability simply called Charge, which gave him 300 feet of movement, period.
Oh yeah.
Immunity to thunder damage. He had Thunder Punch, so all of his attacks dealt 2d8 damage. He had Dragon Smite. Sorry, that's 10d12, not 10d10. Let's see. He could use his Strength mod to calculate his HP instead of his Con modifier, which his Strength was... according to this, it was 22, but I don't think that's right.
No, that sounds low.
Let's see. He could crit on a 16 through 20, like I said. He had Stunning Fist. He had Mighty Stunner, which added his Strength mod into his Stunning Fist. His Unarmed Strikes were increased by a level. He had Improved Unarmed Strike and Improved Grapple and Master Grapple, so if he grabbed somebody, he was going to fuck their day. He had... He had a lot going for him. He also just said no to 5 damage anytime he took damage. Because
He wasn't even the strongest either.
Yeah, or at least he could say no to 5 physical damage, and that was it.
And then there was Yaris.
Yeah, then there was Yaris.
I can't spoil much about Yaris.
Why?
Okay, moving on.
Oh, God. Oh,
Sorg,
shit.
what are you guys doing?
I'm still giving him help action to get this canine.
Apparently, I'm still playing dentist.
You are still playing Dentist. You only managed to crack it with your first roll.
Alright. So I was gonna then ask Charlie, do you know how long an hour is?
8. He sits there and thinks for a minute. It's like, yeah, it's like 60 minutes, right? 60?
Yeah. 60 minutes.
I have to roll for that.
And do you think you'd be able to still know how long 60 minutes is while you're running?
I don't know. I kind of lose sight of everything whenever I start running. I like to run.
You just have to think about, how long you're running for.
I can try.
Do you think it would help if we had someone who could mentally tell you to stop at 60 minutes?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I think I might have a travel plan then. So, Charlie's probably not gonna understand it, because he's just gonna direct them each time he runs it, but he's gonna go through and kind of just explain kind of out loud what it is that, so let me fucking get calculated, he's gonna talk robot.
101110010.
110100101101.
2.
Takes Charlie essentially 102 seconds to run a mile. So, if we get there at 350 miles, that's 35,700 fucking seconds. Which is then 9 hours rounded down. So the plan is to have Charlie run at least an hour and a half. Hopefully that's accurate. 50 miles south, and then the rest of the time east, so that we can hopefully just go directly towards the lab. This is just Mark explaining it out loud.
Mark, you might have been offline, but the last time Charlie was running, he was unable to hear telepathic thoughts.
That's why I asked if you'd be able to account for how long an hour is while he's running. Or at least be close to it. Because by all means, the numbers I don't have is accurate. We can at least get close enough to where we can at least see the lab, or be much closer than taking several days to get there, then if anything, that will be much better. And if anything, he doesn't need to take a mental thought, we just need to maybe give him some type of mental ping to tell him to stop.
I don't think he would get that ping. He only stops when he really wants to, because he's unable to hear or see any sign to stop.
Well, if that's the case, then why don't we just trust him to know when to stop them?
That's how we got lost. But if we get lost, I suppose we can try again. It would be around as fast as walking there, I'm assuming, so.
Yeah. So whenever we're ready to go again, now we can.
It is very
do
late,
that.
though.
Yes. Let's go tomorrow.
Thorgrim, as you continue working to try and crack this canine, you find that this tooth is very strong, and although you are being careful not to break the dagger, you do in fact break the second dagger after doing more chipping away at the tooth.
God damn it, this tooth is like a rock. Wait, I like rocks.
This tooth is like a rock!
I love
I wanted a
rocks.
pickaxe!
Well, excuse me, I don't have one.
You carry around smithing tools, you don't carry around a pickaxe?
No, because they're not part of smithing tools. They're part of rock climbing tools.
And
Or
mining!
mining.
I was gonna say, those are not rock climbing tools, that's breaking rocks.
Well,
Well, you also use them to, like, chip into the rock to climb.
You mean titans?
Sometimes
We're
you
done
don't
with
have
the
any of
hammer.
those. Sometimes you don't have any of those. You gotta
What,
make
titans?
do with what we have.
I think I have titans. Does anyone have titans? I don't have titans.
There, haha. Now you're the one who's unprepared.
What do you mean? I have Patterson carrying me on his back.
Clank, 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 chip, chip, chip.
Alright, if you're going for the third broken dagger, roll athletics.
Wait, what? We broke the second one?
Yes, you broke the second one.
God damn it.
Like I said, this tooth is like a rock.
Alright, Thorgrim, you get a little more damage done to it, and you think you can get it with your next volley of blows, if you do it just right.
Almost got it. Do you want me to just roll that out?
Yep, you want to.
Okay.
You want to?
Damn it.
Welp.
That you say you almost got it, however, you begin feeling fatigued. You put a lot of effort into today because you no longer have your rages. Your old manlitude is beginning to catch up to you as you look at the cracked tooth, and it stares back at you almost mockingly.
How dare you mock me, Tooth?
That's too hardy.
Let's see here. I have another 4 daggers and a magic dagger. So,
How
I got 4 more
about
tries.
how about instead he gets some rest? Sounds like he's exhausted.
I'm tired.
It's
I
not like
need a nap.
it's not like we'll forget where the gigantic glowing skeleton is.
What's that, Edeltarde? I can't hear you from the skull.
Hello.
Thorgrim, go get some rest.
I'm already sleepy.
Hopefully we'll just kind of... I think our lesson's done for the day.
Yes, thank you, Jubilee.
No problem.
Hubert will stand up and will transport Thorgrim off of the skeleton as he's worried that the old man will have a heart attack if he wakes up on a skeleton.
Thorgrim was too busy to realize that that was a giant undead he was chipping at.
Undead. It's just a skeleton. It's just dead.
Yeah, I mean, for now.
Okay. Hubert,
Yes, my lady.
you take first watch. I'll meditate and then take the second one.
Of course.
And then Ada will start meditate sleeping.
Okay. Go over next to Squib and go into sentry mode, I guess.
Sentry mode activated.
Tauntaun, are you doing anything?
Well, seeing how Thorgrim has gone to rest, Patterson, I guess we're hoping for the best here.
Yeah!
Holy shit.
As soon as you said his name, Patterson brought the hammer down on the knife in the tooth crack, and you hear it split as the tooth falls down into the mouth of the giant skeleton.
We got it out.
Oh shit, what if something's down there? Well, guess we'll about to find out.
Let's see. Now, do I have any way to create light? I don't think I do.
I thought you could see him. Never mind.
I play everyone's favorite game. Fuck around and find out.
And as far as you can tell, it just looks like there's ground down there. But you cannot make out the tooth. Also, technically speaking, since the skeleton is glowing, there wouldn't be darkness down there.
That's true.
Just saying. But in any case, there's nothing down there except the broken tooth and the ground.
Darkness.
Alright, so now, assuming that we can make it in the underside of the jaw, right? Giant jaws don't have bone where, human don't have bone.
Correct?
Okay. Alright, Patterson, let's get down and go grab the tooth.
Patterson will immediately jump into the mouth hole.
Patterson, you better fucking catch me.
Do you jump?
Yes. Patterson!
Well,
So as you jump, Patterson will hold out his arms, and almost in a comical fashion, you stop right above his arms, go 5 feet to the right, and then hit the ground.
You stole grass!
We just cursing out random people today?
It's either the goose, musil grass, or both.
Pullmaster sucks.
Or Pullmasters.
I'm yelling at musil grass because this was too Looney Tune to be normal. Am I taking any fall damage?
No.
Okay. Alright, Patterson, grab the tooth.
Patterson will grab the tooth.
Let's go head back to the other.
Patterson will stick it into his chest cavity where his pillow is.
Oh. It's so adorable. Imagine if Patterson just started glowing.
Is he stabbing the pillow with the tooth?
No.
No, he just keeps
He's
all
hoping,
of
he's hoping the Tooth Fairy will come into his ribcage to give him a $1. Not hearing a no.
So is everyone settling down for the night?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm already asleep.
Alright. So Hubert's watch goes by pretty uneventfully. It'll start it.
Alright. Adel's gonna put on her goggles and look around.
Okay. You look around, you don't see anything.
Okay. She'll just step. Like, actually, hold on. How tall would the skull be compared to everything else? Is it like highest
kind of-
points available, or?
No, the cliffs that your backs are to would be higher than the skull is.
Oh. She'll go over and knock on Mark's skull head. I'm going to go up so I can have a better vantage point. Think you can watch my back?
They'll just nod.
Right. She'll head up and just stand there. Keeping watch from up there.
Perception.
Okie doke.
I'll
Can I
even
also
give,
roll for Mark? Or?
I'll also
Mark
give
is
the.
helping.
Well, she has advantage because of her vantage point, so I guess you could roll if you want to.
Wow.
Want
Don't-
to?
Don't worry. What you're going to see is pretty hard to miss.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Wait, is that? Oh fuck. It is.
No.
What?
Edelsarde, as you're looking around, you look toward the skeleton, and as you blink, you now see a figure standing on the chest cavity, very calm.
Oh,
His
you
fingers-
motherfucker!
His fingers locked together. He does not have any aggression towards him that you can tell, but he is looking at you.
Will stare back, trying to see. Well, she figures if she says anything, that will make him do something. So for the time being, she's observing as well.
Do not say his name. Thorgrim will
Do not
wake up and
engage.
attack.
You will
She knows
see-
that.
You see him do a hand motion beckoning you toward him.
She swallows nervously before glancing over to Mark.
Mark sees.
Alright. She'll head down the cliff and start making her way, but stops here.
She's trying to see if she wants Mark to come along or not.
She wants him just to be there so if anything happens, he'll let the others know.
He will step forward, but stop, and waits for you to get closer.
Oh boy.
Oh, you approaching me?
I can't have a conversation with you without getting closer.
Hello. How are you this evening?
I suppose I could be better. What are you doing here?
I have come to parley.
With me? Why?
There is a problem that I am contending with.
Let me guess. Rashi?
You're familiar with him.
I'm guessing he's the reason why you haven't left here. Either that or he's the reason why you haven't used the tree for whatever you plan on using it for.
That is unimportant. What is important is he is causing me a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I can tell, or at least from what my sources have told me, he isn't exactly friendly or either. So I figure this could be a situation of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, puppeteer, here's the issue with that logic. From what we know about you, you are an enemy that is an issue to the entire universe. He is an enemy with an issue to this land only. With that in mind.
Are you certain, though? Do you think that a being with that sort of magical caliber wouldn't transfer somewhere else once their deed is done here?
Why would they do that? He has no reason to. Unlike you.
Are you certain? He has vengeance towards the gods. There are gods on countless planes.
Either way, both of us are speaking in conjecture here. My main point is, I don't know how much of a problem he is. I know exactly how much of a problem you are. You've not done much to convince me to side with you, especially after what you've done already.
Then should I take my off? Then should I take what you are saying as a no?
Unless you have something that will convince me. Or did you come here hoping that asking would be all it takes?
I did. Because I know how much trouble that little lizard can be. And surely you do as well.
Enlighten me then.
You've seen the armies that he is amassing. What if he goes and decides to attack one of the kingdoms? What if he decides to destroy Haven and raze it to the ground?
Adel frowns as she thinks about this for a bit. I see your point. But then again, we did just thwart your plan to do something very similar to Haven.
I was not going to destroy it, however.
Oh, really?
Nearly. And I need as much help as I can get, after all.
Yes, of course. The thing is, I simply see no reason to trust you, and I feel that Rashi is a bit of a lesser evil compared to you. That and, well, you killed Hubert.
Then, I take it the answer is no.
The answer is no.
It's unfortunate. I was really hoping you would assist me.
Me. Why on earth would you hope that we assist you? You can get help from practically anywhere.
As you say this, He slowly shrugs before leaning against the pelvis of the skeleton and says, "You are all very strong. And, quite frankly, I don't have a lot of strong candidates to help me."
That's strange. I figured you had plenty.
I have an assortment of, well, cultists, obviously. But sometimes they are not the best in the world, if you catch my drift.
Yes, there was the ones that you ended up slaughtering because they jumped the gun.
To be fair, you were the ones who killed them. I merely got there later.
That's a true point. But why not ask the Rifter for help? I'm sure he'd be able to deal with Rashi, probably send him to another dimension like he did with us.
Yes, except the lizard can come back. He is a higher level caster, unlike the rest of you.
That's a good point. So what about the flamboyant one then?
What about him?
He seemed pretty strong when he almost killed me.
I don't enjoy his presence.
Really? That's all it takes for you to not ask him for help.
He's rather annoying.
Elle glances to the side as if she's thinking, never on earth did I think I would empathize with this guy. But she then looks back to him. Well, if that's all. Actually, no. There is one more thing that I have to ask about. It's about Rashi. He didn't factor into your plans originally. Why?
To be fair, when something so powerful is sealed away, you expect it to stay that way. But you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
So, that means your plans only started fairly recently then. Perhaps within the last 50... No. She looks at the skeleton. Why are you doing this? That's something I do not understand. With Rashi, with Zardak, with every other enemy I have faced, I can see some form of an end goal, wealth, power, something. But you and the cultists are worshipping beings that want to devour universes until there's nothing left. Why serve someone like that?
Well, that's a hard question for me to answer. Can you imagine what living the same life over and over and over again, with no hope of it ever being broken free from the cycle? How jarring it can be, how grating it can be. How no matter what you do, whether you die by a blade, die by your own hands, or die watching the plane you used to call home being slowly consumed by an otherworldly being, and yet you wake up in another place, in another time. And at this, you see his eyes glowing a very dark green as he looks to you and goes, "Do you know how grating that can be on one's psyche?"
You reincarnate.
I suppose that's one way of talking about it.
You wake up every time. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Go.
Another way of referring to it is immortality.
Immortality.
And immortality
But what if it doesn't? If what you said is true, and you just keep waking up no matter how many times you die, won't that just mean you'd wake up and there'd be nothing?
If there's nothing to wake up to, how can I wake up?
Well, I was originally thinking it might be some kind of spell. But no. You wake up in different planes as well, so it can't be that. It's you.
It's a curse.
Yes, and the curse doesn't go away until you solve the curse. If you keep changing the environment, as I'm sure you've tried to do, that won't do anything. All that will happen is that you'd end up alive and alone in a vast expanse of nothing. I know it's strange to say, especially to a monster like you, but I empathize.
Your empathy is not.
Of course it's not.
But I've already gotten the answer I came here for. And I'm afraid that if you aren't going to help me, I have no need for you to stay around.
She glances again to the skeleton.
You feel the earth beginning to shake.
Oh, fuck.
Puppeteer,
Yes.
you should know that this isn't going to be enough to beat us. At the most, it will do is slow us down, and you know it won't slow us down enough.
Are you certain?
Very.
Because and as you say this, you feel the ground shaking as you watch one of the skeleton's hand rise up, causing the earth to quake before slamming into the ground as it slowly begins lifting itself. And he goes, I'm willing to take that gamble.
She stares at the skeleton before to the puppeteer. You're going to be at the tree, correct?
No,
No. Ah, that's a shame.
I'm afraid I don't have too many more questions to answer. I have a problem to solve after all.
Fine.
With a soft pop, he disappears.
So, we're in the middle of an earthquake now, right?
Yes.
So, Thorgrim immediately starts awake, stands up, grabs his hammer. Then
The cave's collapsing!
Holy
Wait.
fuck! What's going on?
Yeah.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
Oh no.
I have to reload. Roll 20 died on me.
Yes, same.
Okay.
We'll be right
Okay.
back.
There we. Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Reloading.
I came back to that. Holy shit! Okay.
I feel like it could be bigger.
I agree. Actually, make it a bit bigger.
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Yep. Like it was around 140 feet when I measured it. So.
Wow.
Bits and pieces were also strewn
Oh
about.
yeah, that's true. There we go. That's more like it. Hell yeah.
So, this is worst case scenario.
Sort
Hey,
of.
Charlie.
And
Listen.
as the skeleton continues standing up, you see its bone snapping into place as it lets out a very long, drawn-out sigh as it rattles. And then you all hear loud winds as storm clouds begin rolling overhead. A heavy downpour of rain begins washing the area. Lightning crashes into the ground as it slowly looks to you all, and you see the wind soaring about it as it stares at you all with a very malicious intent. Roll initiative. Alright, so Thorgrim, you get to go first.
This isn't Godzilla's size. Godzilla's the size of 400 feet.
Yeah, this is a little bit smaller, but then again, I think this is as big as we're going to get for now.
It's not even a quarter of its size.
I found a better song for this. Here we go.
Yeah. Squib hears beside him. "Ah!" As Thorgrim like stares up at this gigantic undead. He's got a fear of undead. Isn't that
You
swell?
gotta be kidding me.
Wait, where is Thor? Oh, there he is.
Alright,
I
Thorgrim,
quit.
time to work through your fears. Go beat it up. Remember, skeletons are weak to bludgeoning.
Do you pass your turn, Thorgrim?
Adel's right in front of it, right?
Basically, yes.
Thorgrim is gonna turn to Squib. He's gonna say, slap me.
Okay.
Do it.
He will smack you
Well, come on.
and also cast heroism on you.
I'll do.
You cannot be frightened anymore, Thorgrim.
Thank you.
Horse therapy.
So
But-
you also have 5 temporary HP.
Oh, sweet. Thorgrim will stand and will slap himself. Like, like psyching himself up. You said 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And you are literally incapable of knowing what fear is right now.
Excellent. And he's going to try and get as close to Adel as he can. Let's see. I'm going to start mapping my packet. Oh wait, I can do diagonal movements, right?
Yeah,
Sweet. That probably would be faster, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know the Pythagorean theorem? Or is it? Yeah, that.
The
That one.
fastest way from point A to point B is a straight line.
Okay, so I'm going to move diagonal to Adel Sarday. Using my movement and my dash action. Bonus action raging as I do.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one superiority die to use baby switch so that Adel Sarday and I switch places.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, get behind me now!
Don't need to tell me twice.
And you, Adel Sarday, get.
Hold on. Do I still have my, Sorry, never mind.
You get 3 extra AC until the start of my next turn.
Alright.
And that is all my actions, so I have to call it quits.
Right.
I'm
So-
big boner.
What?
Big boner.
Alright.
Okay.
Thorgrim, as you stand there, you feel the rain hitting you in the face as it gets harder and harder, as the skeleton will slowly reach into the sky, and you see lightning crackling through the clouds before, as a lightning bolt streaks by, you see it grab the lightning with it coursing down its arms before it swings towards you, bringing the lightning bolt down at you.
Holy
Doing a
moly.
lightning punch. Holy shit.
Note to self, find a way to become a stormcatcher.
Yeah, good luck with that.
With a 20 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll
shit.
do it. That'll do it. Wait on me, boss man.
I'm out of water.
.42 lightning damage.
Okay.
Fuck.
29.
And now it's going to attack you again
Ow.
with a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this dude's a bit beyond us, it seems.
I would never throw something at you guys that you could not easily handle.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I find it funny you said handle, not defeat.
Don't worry, Kanton has a plan.
That's
the
how
wording
Divine
sounds
works.
a little strange.
We done that joke.
34 lightning damage with the second hit. Tom, it's your turn.
Cool. Charlie, either kill it or buy me 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
As you say that, you look over. Charlie is still sleeping through all of this.
Yep. That's Charlie for you.
Damn it.
Alright, you know what? Buy me 10 fucking minutes.
No.
Oh, so you don't want a way to get away from this?
You do realize that's a lot of turns, right?
Either get a faster method or do something else.
Let's see, 1 minute is 10 turns, so 10 minutes would be 100 turns.
Yeah,
Yup.
fuck that.
No
yeah,
way.
I know that. However, flying vehicle is the only thing I have that lets us run away from them.
Then do
Yeah.
something
Well,
else.
we
bud.
don't have time for that, so
Yeah,
we're gonna have
do
to
something
fight.
else. In fact, my strongest spell is useless against that.
Do
Literally
something.
change its. You can literally change its damage type.
Yeah.
I know I can do that
So do something
And why are you
else.
bitching?
because I can.
Mother of mercy.
There is no mercy to be found here.
Nope.
There's also the issue that, you know, there's all of this fucking space.
There's no mercy in Bossing said.
What?
There is no undead storm giants in Ba Sing Se. Thank God for that.
I didn't lose almost half my hit points in Bossing say.
Roll 20 is a lot of no. Actually, wait, hold on. How long does it take to catch that? 1 minute? I don't have a way to shorten that yet. Hold on. You have a range of 60. I haven't moved that close yet. So the plan B is 4. A bit. Damage types I have here are the psychic's probably not them.
Yeah, just
No.
make it not lightning.
That's the thing. I can only make damage types for what I have at the spell level. So for 4th level, I don't have a whole lot. Somebody doesn't want to give me money to buy more spells.
You
What
literally
do we go
have a
with?
grand.
What's this number again? There's where I had it. Here we go. I guess I don't have that one. Finally thinking of no. I thought the other one. We're gonna go with cold. We're just gonna Zeus a bolt of cold.
Okay. Roll the damage.
And is but yeah, no, like I am severely limited on damage types.
Alright, so Tauntaun, you begin muttering as you open your spell book and you see
I see.
sorry, I was replying to Thorgrim.
Yeah, sorry.
As you open your
cut
spell
out
book,
like your thing stopped working.
as you open your spell book, and a blue bolt of lightning speeds through the air, freezing all of the raindrops as it goes before crashing into its chest cavity, and you see frost beginning to etch across a small space where you hit it, as it does not seem to have dodged your damage very well. As it did not make your spell save.
That leaves my bonus action. Patterson, go start trying to whack it.
Use the dash action. All 60. He has gone as far as he can go. Natal Sarday, it's your turn.
Okay. And I wish I had a spell.
Oh wait, actually, Actually, it's not your turn, because
Oh.
at the end of Tauntaun's turn, you all see the giant's skeleton beginning to spark with electricity as it lifts its other hand to the air, grabbing a lightning bolt, and rears back before throwing it at Tauntaun.
Oh.
Roll a death save.
Oh, that's really bad.
Battery
Oh.
down? Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
As it will deal 20 points of thunder damage to you.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna do more.
That's
No,
how much?
it just saved the
20.
bad stuff for me.
20?
20.
Yeah, so half my HP.
Alright, now it's your turn, Amazon.
Okie dokie. So seeing that two folks almost just got fried alive. Let's see. What can I do?
Tauntaun didn't get fried, he got hit by sound.
I thought it was lightning.
He grabbed the lightning, but that was for flavor. He took 20 thunder
Thunder.
damage though.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow, wow.
Imagine hitting someone with sound, lol. Alright. I am going to cast. I am going to raise my staff up high. That bright light will shine off Adel Sardea as she casts Beacon of Hope. So,
Bacon of Hope.
yes, Beacon of Hope.
We better hope this works.
There we go.
Alright, so Tauntaun is technically within your healing level.
Perfect.
Yes, you are.
So, I am going to... So, since that...
Push your action.
No. I'm going to also do something else. I just need to figure out what that something else is. Can't. I was originally thinking mass healing word, but I can't do that. So instead, I am going to do. Which one? Do I want to heal only Tauntaun or Tauntaun and Thorgrim? How's Thorgrim looking?
Relatively good. Not. I mean, he's seen better days, but he's not like really hurting yet.
Okie doke. I am going to use. One sorcerer point to make this a range spell. And I am going to cast. Where is it? There we go. Cure wounds on Tauntaun.
Alright, Tauntaun. You automatically gain 8 plus Adel Sardea spellcasting modifier.
Which is 3.
So you gain 11 HP.
11. Cool.
Anything else, Adel Sardea?
Yes, I am going to go. No, I'm going to go nowhere. I'm staying right where I am.
So your turn's ending?
Yes.
Alright. At the end of your turn, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Hugs.
I don't think I'm gonna make that.
This is more than a hug. This is just a hand hug.
So, Thorgrim, you see it move its left hand before making a beckoning motion with its finger as a large amount of wind slams into you, Adel Sardea, and pushes you 20 feet towards it.
Ow.
You retire.
Dot. Hubert time.
Jubilee.
Okay, it's very big and it's pretty far away, so... Move here, because that's as far as I can move. Still about 80 feet away. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but, let's see. Nope, it's still too far away for that, so ignore that. That. Problem is, a lot of my stuff requires me to be within 60 feet of range. Okay. I guess I'll try this then. Hypnotic Pattern to see if I can get it a little distracted.
Okay. You can roll wisdom saving throw.
Yes. DC 17.
Hold on, you're gonna have to give me a minute.
That's fine.
Okay. Describe your hypnotic pattern.
So, I start starting doing the slow, like step over step, and it's almost like a wave, like when you see in a kaleidoscope, almost like twisting imagery and like almost like waves of colors, as it were, start to appear around its head and kind of flicker like just out of peripheral, so it'll turn and its head be distracted by it.
Okay.
Kind of constantly do that.
So as it begins lifting its hand, seeming like it's going to grab another bolt of lightning, it suddenly stops as it will slowly begin staring at the hypnotic pattern.
Alright guys, I've got him a little preoccupied now, so prep yourselves.
Alright. Good job.
Anything else? Oh, shit, I accidentally clicked. Anything else, Jubilee?
I will also, let's see, hold on, let me check and make sure if I'm in range. I will give an inspiration to Tauntaun in case you need it for its saves.
Okay. That'll be your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Mark, your turn.
Alright. Mark is going to ask with whenever you get the chance, can you enlarge a bit?
Squib will give you a thumbs up to this.
As big as possible. Don't hold back. And he's going to. I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but have a contingency plan just in case. I'm gonna go over to Charlie. Going to clench his fist, and he's going to punch Charlie square in the face as hard as he can.
Roll to hit.
Famous last words.
You sure about this, buddy?
Let's see if he can actually hit Charlie's AC, though.
What? What's he gonna do? Dodge him in his sleep?
What's he gonna do when he comes for you?
I
But he
mean,
is asleep, so do I get advantage?
Yeah, technically.
Okay, but counterpoint, monk.
True point. I get
yeah,
that.
it really doesn't matter if you have advantage or not.
Should I just roll like a regular weapon attack?
You need to roll, since you are not proficient with unarmed strikes, you need to roll a d20 plus your strength modifier.
No, fuck it. Before it does that bonus action, it's gonna. Actually, doesn't. Alright, so.
Alright. So you walk over to Charlie, you rear your arm back and you slam into his fist, and you actually feel like your knuckle got dented. Because if I remember correctly, Charlie's AC was high.
Well, that's what happens when you have the piece of the soul of goddamn Goddess of War.
And Charlie does not wake up. Anything else, Mark?
How much do I want to go into this bit?
Do what?
So how far do I want to go into this bit with trying to wake up Charlie? Actually, Mark's gonna turn around and be like, so, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do we want Charlie to wake up?
12.
Yes.
Alright, bet, and he's going to summon out his greatsword this time.
What?
Hold on, he's breaking out what?
He's
Great-
pulling out the
great
great
sword.
sword.
Please don't try to decapitate Charlie.
What is this?
I'm
Devil
not-
May Cry
Do not try
5?
this at home.
Devil May Cry 5. In order to wake up a hero, you gotta stab him with a gigantic goddamn sword.
Yeah, he's gonna try to stab Charlie once to wake him up.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Remember, children, when playing with great swords, they are a great learning opportunity on how not to cut yourself with a sword.
Okay, so I clearly can't make Charlie's AC what it was in 3.5 because it was 35 in 3.5.
Well,
You could
To be
if you
fair,
want
you
to.
can hit
Yeah,
that.
No, wait.
This was your character.
Wait, no, it wasn't 35. It was 38.
Oh,
I think you can hit that in 5e.
Let's see.
Real
Flat-footed.
hyper-specifics.
Flat-footed, he was 33, and he would be considered flat-footed in this situation.
well, personally,
But-
I'm fine with whatever you choose the AC to be as long as it's reasonable. 3.5 or 5.8. 5.0.
yeah.
Did you hear about the fact that we're getting a 5.5 soon?
No, that's cool.
Let's see. Does Charlie have any touching abilities that he can use in this scene?
Hey, I wasn't being serious with dodging this.
You can dodge a rinse, you can dodge a ball.
Can he counterattack in his sleep?
But you know what he can't dodge? Alimony.
As funny as it is that you say that, Thorgrim, Charlie did have an ability that if an attack missed him, he got to punch.
What?
Oh
Which
no.
means, technically speaking, Mark, you missed an attack.
Gonna hit you with that sleeping cross counter.
Alright, so, I'll be lenient and say
Caught lacking.
you did in fact hit Charlie with this one. Let's see, were you using the great sword or your straight sword?
It was a great sword.
Alright,
I'm kind of contemplating if that was enough damage to actually wake him up.
so, we're not going to give you the dueling style damage, but you do deal 8 damage to Charlie. And then, Mark, in a movement so fast you don't even really register it happening, Charlie's
I can't
going...
even react.
Nope, Charlie's going to punch you.
Oh no.
Well,
Because
Stop
you
it, punch.
you missed your first attack, which is what you get to counter.
Oh no.
Counter!
So let's see.
Mark's dead.
Mark's not dead. It's
He's
just
gonna
not
really
going to
hate
feel
himself in the
very
morning.
good for a minute.
He's gonna feel this one.
So, I'm not giving Charlie the 2d12 damage, so you can look on the bright side there. Let's see. That's so you're going to take, luckily, you only take 7 damage. And then you hear a loud boom as you take 8 thunder damage as well.
Oh,
Sonic boom attack. Boom.
And Mark, as you're sitting there staggering, realizing this man just punched you in his sleep, he's still sleeping.
yup.
So what I'm hearing is
Well-
throwing at the skeleton should be dealt with.
Charlie is immune to lightning damage, so the skeleton might not actually be able to hurt him.
Well,
Alright.
Mark is having his own mini boss battle down there.
Anything
He's
else,
not
Mark?
done yet. He's action surging. He's committed to his bit.
Oh my
Commit to the
god.
bit. Do it for the lol.
If you get knocked out by a sleeping person, I don't even know what Tempest would say to you if he was watching.
That'd
I mean,
make a hell of
Dennis
a
might know
story,
Charlie,
though.
so he might understand why he got knocked out.
You
Maybe.
mess with that motherfucker?
Alright. Roll to hit.
Why would you mess with the crazy idiot?
That'll
He
hit.
literally beat
Alright,
you.
and just so he can get that extra damage, he is really trying to wake up Charlie. He's gonna smite him.
He
Holy
literally
fuck.
beats you in his sleep. What is going on here?
He's just
Yeah, he's
bullshit.
smiting Charlie.
Wake up, motherfucker!
For max damage.
Ooh.
Alright, so... As you hit him for that damage, you hear Charlie stirring, but he just goes, 5 more minutes.
I don't want to go to school today, Mom.
Alright.
I'm gonna do it again.
And if he preps his last attack, he's just like, Charlie, there's a really strong guy who's looking to fight you. And he's gonna try swinging him again.
Okay. That'll hit.
Do I have 2 spell slots? Can I smite again?
You can only Eldritch Smite once per turn.
It is dumb.
Okay, well that's his last attack then.
Alright.
That can wake him up. I'm saying that's a really strong thing here.
At this time as you hit him, you see Charlie's eyes snap open as he looks down at the sword, which is barely embedded in his chest, and then looks at you and goes, "Were you trying to kill me?"
No, I was trying to wake you up as he then points to the giant skeleton.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, I know I can be hard to wake up sometimes.
Yeah, also that thing is here now.
Oh, cool. Charlie can't stand up until his turn. Now I have to do initiative.
To make the battle a
Initiative.
lot easier.
Initiative roll 94.
Let's see. He gets a plus 13 on his initiatives.
Yep. Dope.
Go on, hit us with that 30. Oh.
Close.
He doesn't get to go until after school.
Which is technically the start of the round.
All right, Mark. Anything else?
Nope, he's done. He's gonna take that thing away from Charlie.
All right. So Squibb is going to do as you asked and indignate you. You did ask him to make you larger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Charlie stands up. He begins doing some stretches. Oh my god! Even with half movement, he's still over there. He begins doing some stretches, rolls his neck a bit before, in a flash, disappearing and appearing over here. Actually, I need to do it here so that you all can actually see what he's going to do.
What the fuck?
As he speeds over and he takes a stance, and all of you for the briefest moment see an outline of a dragon around him, which roars as you all see his muscles begin getting larger and larger as he activates draconic might.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Damn Power Ranger power up.
Right. So
Oh, the theme song.
Yep.
We brought it back.
We brought it back, boys.
oh my god. Okay, Charlie. How much do you hit?
Yes.
Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see. I can't give him a plus 44 to hit. So
Damn.
instead, Draconic Might will just give him a 30 strength, which gives him a plus 10. And he'll have a plus 6 due to proficiency. That'll hit. That'll hit. That'll still hit. 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 Charlie, if you stop critting the giant monster, that would be appreciated. Alright, Charlie finally missed!
Holy shit.
+7 to miss.
Alright, let's see.
You went straight up
No.
Aura.
So I didn't give him crits of 16 through 20. Instead it's 18 through 20. But he still rolled 3 criticals.
1, 2,
It's 4 actually.
3,
Oh, it's
4,
4? Oh, it's 4 criticals. Even better.
2 19s, 2 18s.
Cool. So let's see. That's an automatic 48 free damage.
Oh god.
That's the free damage.
And on one of his crits, he's going to use his might ability that he had,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to give him even more free damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, it was 10 d12s, which is 120 damage. We're going to nerf that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give him a 5 d12s for
Oh,
free.
does
So
he-
that's,
Does he always roll max damage?
no, he got 2 criticals. Or he got 4 criticals and he's using a smite on one of them.
Right.
So he gets automatic free damage on that. So let's see, 5 d12s for that, and then how many attacks did he land? 5, 6, 7, 8. So he gets to roll 8 d12s, and if addition to his free damage. And this was only his bonus action.
Yep.
Sounds so bad.
As he will deal 162 points of damage in a flurry of attacks. And you all hear loud cracking and splintering as you see the bones that he's punching actually actively breaking before he will take his last 2 attacks to, well, deal more damage because he did his bonus action instead of his action. And he gets to hit it even harder. Let's see, does he have any more abilities I need to know where he gets free damage? Oh shit, I forgot to roll the... Oh, this thing's immune to thunder damage. Good! Then that way he didn't absolutely fuck this thing.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. He is, though, going to activate his stunning fist on one of these attacks.
Does that work on them?
Oh shit! I forgot his strength modifier for all of his attacks.
Oh boy.
So let's see. He deals 20. He deals 26 damage on those attacks. Now I have to go through and actually see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 103 more damage.
Yep.
Now it has to roll a con save, not to be stunning fisted. And let's
Punch
see.
him in the nuts.
Okay, it succeeded its con save, so Charlie's gonna do it again. Wait, hold on. Actually, I don't think it did. Because Charlie gets to add his strength into his stunning strikes attacks. Oh, boy. So let's see. It's 8 plus proficiency, which is 14 plus 10, which is 24. Okay, so I didn't even add Charlie's wisdom into that, which was a 4. So the DC is 28. Yeah, no, this thing is stunned out of its gourd.
Yay!
Holy shit, dude. He could take this thing on by himself.
Alright, 320 damage. 320 damage later, Thorgrim, it's your turn.
Orgrim's gonna like just stare Godsmack at,
Charlie.
Charlie. I keep forgetting. He's gonna stare Godsmack at Charlie as he like apparates seemingly out of nowhere and just basically almost rips off this thing's leg. Then he's gonna shake his head, and then his hammer's gonna light up. Guy's hammer. He's gonna confidently run up to it and start swinging.
Alright, so Thorgrim, at the start of your turn, since you are so distracted, you don't notice it, but you get regained 2 HP.
Hey.
Oh, excellent. And I'm gonna punch. Well, hammer first, then punch. Is the
You have advantage because it's stunned.
right? So I thought fairy fire was up, but it's not.
No, I did not do that. I was.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
I did the thing. I made it incapacitated though. So.
Oh shit, that means Charlie had advantage on that first attack.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
Oh,
it?
there might be more Charlie attacks.
Okay.
But
no.
wait, there's more.
No, it was only the first attack, because once it takes damage, it's no longer under the effect of Hypnotic Pattern.
Yeah. So, wasted attack.
Oh, okay.
Or
That does hit though.
yeah, but I don't think. Oh no, yeah, no, it is. It's super fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So 6 bludgeoning, 10 fire. That. Probably won't.
Oh no. How did you roll 2 10s? No, that does not hit.
I don't know. I rolled 2 3s on the die. And then I'm gonna action surge 2 more attacks.
That'll hit.
Okay, 4 damage, 8 fire.
More damage. Alright.
then I'm going to Aura. 2 point. Stick. Hey!
20.
So that's an automatic 9 damage. So add another 4
Let's see. You get 12 damage. You get 12 free damage. Oh wait, no, you're not. They're punching now. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's another, it's 9 free plus another 7, so 16 plus 2 fire damage. And the last strike. 18 probably hits.
Yeah.
For 5 bludgeoning.
I don't know how, but you always you roll the same. Even when you have advantage, you always seem to roll double the same number all the time.
I really don't know what it is. And not only that, every time I get, like, inspiration to roll again or something, I always roll lower.
Alright, so, let's see. It moves on to Skeleton's turn. Okay, Tauntaun, it's your turn.
Yep.
Wait, what? Oh, right! It's stun. What does stun do to the thing again?
Makes it to where it cannot take any actions or anything until the start of Charlie's next turn. Because Stunning Strike is stupid.
Yes.
Actually is.
Monks are bullshit.
Yep.
I
Can
think I'm
confirm.
burying it, but what class
I-
it probably was on 3.5.
You were the way of you were like the way of the lightning
Dragon Soul?
or something. No, it wasn't Dragon Soul.
It's multi-class.
It was.
Fist of the Dragon, you were
Fist
10
of the
levels. Yeah, you were Fist of the Dragon and Thunder Monk.
Oh.
You've been Thunder Monk.
So let's see. The stun condition makes it where I think it automatically fails all dex saves, and creatures attacking it with melee combat has advantage. Unless it's just attacking it, period, has advantage. Which is very lucky.
Sorry, I had to get a spell break for a half second.
Let's see.
It had a really long link in it, so it didn't show me the stuff.
The creature
Oh,
automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature has advantage. So even just basic ranged attacks have advantage against this fucker.
Alright, so Tyson still has advantage. Meaning, I now have to look at his stat line. It's the return of Clarence.
With a vengeance.
Let's see, Patterson gets advantage because it's stunned.
Return of the Wyvern.
Patterson crits. Patterson does not crit with his second attack or his third. Aw, he's twinsies with Thorgrim. He's also rolling the same on his advantages.
Stop copying me.
No,
Technically, he's copying you better.
I
I've
will
been
not.
told you no.
He said I will not. Huh.
He's learning more things. Help.
Alright, Patterson did his turn.
Okay, I just have to choose between Ghost of Future and Skeletal. Future is a slight issue for everyone, but it has better HP. Alright. It'll probably
This thing is probably stuck in a permanent stun combo.
ranged attacks. Although it is a skeleton. Or undead. So instead, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for putrid, because I might be able to add paralysis to this.
It's already incapacitated. Also, skeletons are immune for
That's...
me.
Are we immune to paralysis?
Whenever I run them, they are. They don't have nervous systems or muscles.
That's a shame, because that could have just been 3 critical hits for everyone. Yeah, so long as it hits. Alright, well, plan B. We're gonna go with, I guess, skeleton. That's got range bullshit. Somehow. Where is 95, 150 for that? Off of the map, that's where that is. Let me just grab my cleric token. We're gonna put him there. We're gonna cast this spell. And why not? We'll cast it at the 5th level. Minificate. Oh! Going to the link for the image did not work.
And I see a token right here.
Right.
Yeah, I have
there
a
it
new
is.
token, but I meant on the thing, because that was Clarice's old token. I don't know, I'll leave it up to you guys. They share my initiative account, but take their turn immediately after me. Alright, bitch.
They also get 10 HP per spell level, so it only has
So that's
50 HP.
30 plus 40.
It's 5 times 10, so it's 50.
Shush! I'm laughing!
Also, fun fact, your skull did not disappear when you cast the spell.
Huh?
Yeah, if unless it says otherwise, your materials stay.
No.
Oh yeah, no, I knew
No,
that.
if it says if there's a gold component to it, like if it says a gilded skull worth 300, that means you do use it during the spell. It's just gone. However, yours did not disappear.
That doesn't sound right.
I blame Charlie.
Yeah,
Either
that's
that or it's Muselgrass again.
That's the reason you lose your diamonds when you cast any type of resurrection magic. Otherwise, you'd be able to just get diamonds worth 300 and cast Revivify over and over and over.
No. Revivify says that the spell component is consumed.
Yeah,
That was
the
worth
spells will
300
actually
gold
say if it's consumed.
Okay,
Come on.
well, you continue your turn, Will.
That I shall. I have his stat block open up again. His AC is 11 plus level of the spell, so... Why does my summon have better AC than me?
Because you're a summoner. What did you expect?
Shut up, you!
Because you suck.
Shut up, you!
No.
I know I suck better than you.
Gonna have to ask Squib about that one.
Oh, God, I hate you. Spell attack on hard to hit, range 150, on target. Lots of math! Why did I sign up for this?
No, they said there'd be math. Oh wait.
That's all D&D is.
Well, no, like, this is a fuck ton of math because it's very, very applicable. My spell attack bonus is an... Said these are advantage right now, yeah?
Yep. All attacks are toward it are made.
Number of attacks level, going down, spell level 5, so that's... What, 2? 18 and 7. Either of those hit.
They both did.
Awesome! 2d4 plus 3 plus 12 level in Hypnotic.
Good question.
Too much Jojo.
Too much Jojo? There can never be enough Jojo.
I know. That's what.
You know, the funny thing is, my godson is named Jojo and I love him to bits.
Roll your damage.
4 plus 3, 5, 5. I'm just gonna roll it all at once, and it's all necrotic.
Against a skeleton?
To be fair, it is a ranged attack.
But it's a skeleton.
So is this, technically.
I don't think he has a choice in the matter of what damage it deals.
Okay.
No, I do not have that choice. This is a summon thing, unless the DM wants to allow me that. Actually, skeleton has had less HP.
It has 10 first skill level, so it should have.
Skeletal form has left. By
Gotcha.
because it's a skeleton.
Anything else, Tauntaun?
That was my action.
Your bonus there. No, Patterson was running on autopilot, so you still technically have a bonus action.
Not the self. What's knocking up Clarence or not? The other one. Carlston with the healing potion. Because then I can just have him run around if you happen to be in combat.
If you hollow him out, you can literally turn him into a healing keg.
Anything else, Tauntaun?
No, but now I just have a funny idea of just, hey, Dwarven Alchemist, can you make vodka healing potions?
Technically speaking, there is a keg golem that you could theoretically turn the wood golem into. Adelster Day, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here, and then I'm going to cast... Where is it? Actually... I forget. Undoing my aura is a bonus action, or I can just do that for you guys.
Want to, but
Okay.
because unless it's a spell that requires concentration, is it a spell? Yeah, concentration. You can drop it.
That's what I'm thinking. So... And it is... Okay, so first thing I am going to do is... Wait, no. I can't use, like, my meta magic on spells I get racial abilities, right?
You can use meta magic on any spell you have.
Oh, perfect. In which case, I am going to cast a Healing Word on Tauntaun, so you get 7 HP. Then, I'm going to drop my aura, because I have a feeling that we need to be prepared on the very, very, very off chance that, Charlie gets a crit fail. So, I am going to cast... here we go. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the giant stunned skeleton.
Okay, it automatically fails.
With the stun.
Exactly.
Which gives us even more advantage!
Well, thanks for doing the thing I was gonna do. That leaves me open for attack.
That's the plan. How much do I move? I forget. I just move 1 feet. Yeah.
1 feet.
What can I throw out to make you happy? Oh, I know. I can throw somebody at it. Wait, shit, you plus something. Never mind, I can't do that. Hey. Shame on me.
Oh yeah. It's human time.
Stop.
No, Hubert has an advantage.
Yep.
Hubert has it.
Hubert, use Golden Wind.
Wow, Hubert.
Are you kidding me, Hubert?
Come on, Hubert. There we go.
Oh, look, a crit.
Smite him.
I'd say.
It took him a while to get warmed up.
Deals that. He doesn't get the free 10 necrotic damage off his short sword because this thing is undead. Let's see, so...
As in necrotic damage doesn't work on them, or...
No, he has a sword that deals necrotic damage, but it doesn't work on undead and construct if he rolls a crit.
Oh, so it means, like, really people.
Yeah.
How far damage usually does.
I just realized. God damn it.
What?
I just realized this might be a very simple way to say Charlie Hall.
What?
He's not from our plane, right? Like, he's not from this plane.
Yeah.
Banishment. Literally banishment.
However, this is...
Now this idea
Hold on,
becomes
hold on.
viable.
No,
But
it-
when Conrad says that it's not viable.
No, here's the thing. We already thought about that. The problem is the realm is massive. It doesn't just cover Aria. It doesn't just cover Earth. He could go anywhere in the universe. He could end up in space.
In the universe anyways!
Well, see, I was nice enough to say that he would end up on the same planet, but there's no telling where on the planet he would be. He could arrive in Aria like he's supposed to, or he could arrive at the bottom of the Marianas Trench and instantly die.
I don't know. I can actually see Charlie surviving that.
The pressure would be too much for him.
I don't know, man.
Alright, so Jubilee, it's your turn.
Right. So while you were doing that, I decided to move, and I'm doing this blast that I picked up from Squib.
Does it come with
Yep.
a female minotaur and everything?
That would be cool, but I
No.
don't think so.
Just a buff female minotaur?
So I guess since Fairy Fire is active, I get to roll with advantage to hit, right?
Yeah. I mean, you already had it then. You were stunned. There's literally no reason to put it under the effects of Fairy Fire, because this thing
Well,
probably...
when it's unstunned, then you know.
The
It's-
problem is I don't think it's going to be unstunned.
It's just on the off chance. We gotta be prepared. The moment this thing isn't stunned and Charlie crit fails, we are fucked until he gets his turn again. So
Look at
this,
these
Sorry.
27!
yes, 27, which is not impossible for this thing.
Thank God that was advantage. And here's the second one.
Both of those.
Alright, 2Q. So that's 2d10. 2d10 force damage, that's all.
Yep.
I don't have many good options. Ooh, 16 points of force damage though.
Anything else, Jubilee?
Inspiration for Adel Sarday.
We didn't hear what you said.
Inspiration for Adel Sarday. I was thinking.
Oh,
Sorry, it sounded like you cut out there, because all I heard was Adel Survey.
yeah, same. What? What is inspiration doing again?
You
It
get
gives
a
you a
D8.
Oh, nice.
Just add to one of your rolls if you need it. How about you? No kid, you have one too.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
So yeah, that's my turn.
Mark,
I want
your
to make sure Riki's inside of me in case someone tries to be sneaky while we're dealing with this bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Inside of you?
In sight,
Sight.
you horny dog.
S-I-T-H-T.
Alright.
Alright, Mark, it's your turn.
Alright, Marquez. Nowhere in that close to it, so he is just going to.
If you hold your wait, no, never mind.
Are the small people.
Gonna go 30 feet up here. And take out his heavy crossbow. And just gonna try shooting at it. With his undead arrow.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah. What the fucking racist arrows do again? They just give me an extra D8 on the day?
D6.
D6.
Go old-fashioned racist ammunition.
That's even more ironic considering the player who's wielding it.
Fucking then.
Good shot. And there's ooh, nice shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cop.
Is that portion that got frozen over by Scorp's thing there?
It's on.
It is, but that was mostly for flavor. However, if you want to try and break it, you can shoot at it.
It'll try it.
Wait, I throw something over?
Yeah, with your lightning bolt.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this one manages to soar through the holes in its rib cage, and it was a very impressive shot if you were aiming for the holes in the rib cage.
Mark.
Accuracy.
That,
Anything else, Mark?
you could
No,
say that
that's
was
his
not
turn.
a marksman move.
Oh, well.
Alright, Squib.
It wasn't on the mark.
Squib is going
Oh.
to channel his inner warlock, and he's just gonna fire Eldritch Blast at it.
Sorry, have you fired how many?
God, yes. What the fuck?
He has advantage, but he fires 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's still concerning.
Also, he
Level
gets
9, I only get 2.
his charisma mod on all of his damage.
Nice. Would have
As
been, Mark would have been good friends. Not Mark, George would have been good friends because of the class.
as you all see Maximus appear at the bottom of the skeleton. Just look up at it, and you all see him beginning to grow and grow and grow, barely even a tenth of the thing's size, but he jumps up and throws 4 very devastating punches into his head.
Goddamn short. Shinsho Yukin his ass. No, Shinsho Yurepa.
Dealing 40 points of force damage. Alright, as it goes on to Charlie's turn.
You ever think we're just the NPCs in the other people that are the actual party?
At
Yes.
this point, yeah.
Alright, you're the ones who decided to wake up Charlie.
That's true.
Who decided to stun this motherfucker.
That wasn't what I was referring to, but okay.
Right, so let's see. Charlie is going to use his bonus action to use the infinite flurry of blows until he misses. Oh, that's gotta be a stunning strike. Hey, you crit failed! Charlie,
Hey,
go up!
nope. Advantage.
Fire.
And
Right.
you were making fun of me. You were making fun of me for doing that. And look at that shit.
Hold on, actually, I need to do his stunning strike first, because if he stuns it, he'll stun it again.
Every strike of poison.
Alright, so he didn't stun it that time.
Ah.
But let's see if he stuns it with the second blow. He stunned it with the second blow. This means that... Alright. So, he still has...
I think it's going to be impossible for him to miss now.
Gee,
Oh my
Phenom.
god.
No.
Why would you give
Alright.
that guy who's already stunned very
Oh,
far?
no.
Okay, so that still hits.
Remember how I said it might not get to my turn?
Yeah.
Still hits.
Why?
That still hits.
Well.
We're down to 7.
That-
Nope.
that still
Still
hits.
going.
Oh my
That's
god.
it. That's a crit. Crit failed. That still hits. That still hits. That still hits. Oh look,
Can we
another
get all the
crit.
way to the end? Can we go down to 0?
Look, he got another crit. That's nice. That still hits. That still hits.
What?
Most things AC.
Okay.
We went down to -1, ladies and gentlemen.
So he landed 16 attacks and 1, 2, and 4 of them were criticals again.
By the way,
Oh
are these
god.
weird?
A
Is
quarter
your
from a
raid
crit.
no advantage?
I don't want to. Oh wait, he only landed 14 attacks. I like doing it my
Only
way.
14.
I like doing it my way.
You fucking see? This is why I put fairy fire on that shit.
See, 140, 188 free damage. Yeah, 188 free damage because he's Charlie. Okay, 257 damage later.
Did you remember his stat? Hold on. Did you remember his stat?
Yeah, this time I did remember his stats. That's how he
Okay.
did 188 free damage.
I mean, to be fair, last time he had 100 something as well, and he had only 4 crits.
Alright, so.
Is he gonna smite again?
Powder yet?
He did not roll to get his smite reset, unfortunately. But this time, Charlie will. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're running into
so all of you watch as Charlie begins unleashing another flurry of attacks, each one seeming to break the skeleton into more and more pieces until finally it's only a torso left. At which point Charlie is going to inhale deeply, and all of you feel the area get suddenly vastly colder.
Hey.
I'm back here.
As,
They must have cut diamonds.
as he is deciding that he is going to finish this in a flashy way, as Charlie always does. And he is going to hit it. But nice.
He has that?
Yes, he does.
Every friend, doesn't
He had a lot of
Oh,
things
yeah.
to do.
That's what you get for being part god of dragon, I guess.
It's turned into like a Sub-Zero fatality. Like he breathes the ice on it, then just the one-inch punch just shatter it.
Alright. So, you watch as the skeleton will begin slowly freezing over before Charlie slowly lifts a finger toward it and flicks it before it shatters into dust. He then looks to the rest of you and goes, that wasn't very tough.
I'm pretty sure at this point all of us are just jaws hanging open. Even Adol Sarday with just full emotion of what the fuck.
Yeah,
Do I
Adol,
still have that canine we took?
Yes, you still have the canine.
Cool, I still have things I can study.
yeah, Adol was staring at where the skeleton was, looking from Charlie back to it, and then she just very slowly shakes her head.
Hey Thorgrim, you want to help me collect all this bone dust?
Okay.
Charlie,
Not undead anymore, that's for sure.
would you say you were the strongest of all the heroes?
Oh no.
Who was stronger than you?
Which one of the heroes is the strongest then, Charlie?
Well, out of the main group, I guess out of the 5 you all know of, I was technically the physically strongest. But, you know, there was Obi and his bullshit magic. There was Nilo and his bullshit magic. I didn't know the other two that well. But then, some other people eventually went off on their own, and there was Yaris. He was kind of equal with me. We never tested our strength against one another. And then he just continues prattling on and on about a bunch of people you all have never heard of.
Okay.
That group used to be a lot bigger.
There was Diablo. Then there were all the priests.
You know, then of
Right,
course,
so there was this mountain range.
then of course that was just the people I was friends with. Then there was Diablo, and she also had bullshit magic powers. There was one of her children that was pretty strong, but I think I ended up beating him once. There was this dragon, and he just continues going on.
There was this dragon, this other dragon.
And after about 10 minutes of a very, very rushed explanation of everything, Charlie goes, well, I'm going back to sleep. Good
Good
night.
night, Charlie.
And he walks back to
Oh,
exactly where he
look,
was before face planting.
Julie's gonna look to Riki and see how she's holding up.
Riki just looks to you all, seeming mostly confused.
She woke up after the battle was already over.
I think she woke up to seeing a tiny half-orc man just destroy a giant skeleton.
Okay, everyone, gather.
Sorry for waking you up, Riki. I'm gonna go back to my tree, the tree I was sleeping under.
Nope, everyone gather around. And she'll head over here.
Oh.
Thorgrim?
Thorgrim is not moving.
Hubert, can you get Thorgrim?
Anton, do you mind coming over here? We'll collect the dust in a moment.
I can walk. Stop it.
Pattern.
It's okay, Thorgrim. I don't mind beating you up there.
He blended in with the map.
Okay.
Iron, come here.
Irons only lasts for a minute, right?
Good question. Let's check. They
always
last an
dismiss
hour.
him.
Oh, they
You can
last.
dismiss him still.
It lasts
I
for
can
an hour or
dismiss him
two.
whatever, but he's also free labor.
Adol will sigh and lean against the wall. So,
How long? Wait, pause. How long does heroism last?
Good question. Because we have to know if Thorgrim is shitting his britches right now.
Yeah, I know, right? I need to know what mindset I'm in right now.
Alright, so heroism lasts for a minute. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, Thorgrim, when he sits down and Idelsode starts talking, is completely unresponsive.
Adol looks to him before signing. Actually, that might be better. The puppeteer was here. He was the one that brought the
What?
skeleton to life.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, he actually came here because he is having issues with Rashi. He actually suggested that we form a sort of, what's the word? Allegiance for a while. That says
Hubert will look to Thorgrim before slowly putting earmuffs over him, over his ears.
Thorgrim is like, he's got full 1,000-yard stare right now. In fact, judging by the way his token is looking right now, he's probably very awkwardly staring at Jubilee.
Hubert, can you put Thorgrim to bed?
Hubert will look to Thorgrim before just very
Gently.
slowly poking his forehead and just pushing Thorgrim onto his back.
I thought he was gonna start choking him out.
Go to sleep.
I was going to suggest, like, knock him out, but I think you take that literally and actively knock him out.
Hubert
Yeah.
will then just reach over with 2 fingers and just slowly close Thorgrim's eyes. It's like, that should do it.
Thank you, Hubert.
Thorgrim's eyes immediately snap open, but he's just staring at the ceiling, staring at the sky.
You know what, that's fine. He'll sleep with his eyes open tonight.
Pull a blanket over
That
his
was
head.
surprisingly gentle of you. Are dwarves your type?
Adol raises an eyebrow to Jubilee. As I was
I don't
sitting,
know. It was just kind of weird. I don't know what else to say to that.
he was just being friendly. Is that so? Whatever. We're losing topic here. The puppeteer was here.
Sorry.
He wanted
Sorry
an
about that.
No worries. He wanted an allegiance with us because, for one, he seemed to think we'd be able to handle Rashi, or at least help him deal with Rashi. For another, he is having a real big issue with Rashi.
Did you tell him to piss off?
Yes. But here's the
Good
thing.
job.
Of course I wasn't going to team up with him. However, there was something else. I was able to get some information out of him. For one, he's not really not really friendly with the other cultists, which is interesting. But another thing is that, well, 2 things. Tauntaun, when did you say that the three elder beings ended up arguing with one another?
I never gave you a time span of when.
So give me a time span of when.
Always.
Okay, when did the 2 end up betraying the Bend?
Technically, this isn't the first time.
When did they do it this
The
time?
most recent one.
Okay, do you assume that I just know?
If
how
you
extra
don't
planar
know,
time
then
works?
say you don't know.
Just try to translate it to our time as best you
Do I have a time frame, DM?
For you, it happened close to when you began adventuring with everybody.
The best way I have to explain this, for what I was told or shown about it, is around when we started working as.
That was
can.
around
Months then.
almost a year ago. According to the
You've been there
puppeteer,
traveling for a year?
around that. According to
Huh.
what the puppeteer told me, they haven't planned this for very long, but then again,
The cults may not have.
That's a
Okay,
good
weird
point.
weird thought here for a moment. Just can you hear me for a moment?
Yes?
So puppeteer, we can all agree, bad guy. But what if he's doing some sort of subterfuge here?
He isn't.
What if he's undermining the cults from within to gain to his own goals?
Well, that's the thing. The cult want the end of all things. That's exactly what he wants too.
That sounds like they're not doing it the way he wants to.
Maybe, maybe not. But here's the thing with him. For some reason, he doesn't die. When he does get killed, no matter what happens, sometime later he will just wake up in another place in another area. That's why he's with the cult. He hopes that when the gods eat all the universes, there'll be nowhere else for him to wake up in.
bit flawed.
Agreed. Not that
Mostly because the amount of universes is infinite and ever expanding based on choices made by, well, anything.
that's
So he's never gonna stop then.
that's a conversation for another time, but that does let us know a bit more about the puppeteer.
I wonder if the issue is that every time he dies, he just gets reincarnated. What happens if you take his soul out?
Good question. Guess we'll have to try
Just
that.
trap his soul into something?
Guess we'll have to try that if we are able to.
Yeah, well, we might have to do some research on that.
Also, he might have inadvertently given me a reason as to why the Rifter decided to send us here.
Why is that?
The Rifter basically uses his dimensional abilities to send people away if they're too much of an issue to be beaten. Which is weird they did it to us when we were so weak. But they did that to send us here because we would be too much of an issue where we were originally.
It might have not been a matter. Jubilee suddenly stops. Wait.
You figured it out too, right?
It's now about power, about influence.
Exactly. I'm the princess in the Drow Empire. You are the heir to a massive mafia empire. Thorgrim is a well-known gladiator. Tauntaun, I'm not sure about him. But we would have...
Well, he has connections with the nobility of the Bloodvale.
True that. We would have done significantly more damage in that universe. Now we are away from most of our resources. Though that does raise the question, why didn't they just try to kill us? It's not like the puppeteer would struggle much with doing that.
Well, if with the connections my family has, let's just say if I was dead, they would not ever agree to help them out. And they would do everything in their power to probably kill him. I may not like my mother, but I think on some base level she still cares.
While that's true, that would mean that any one of our connections would know if they killed us. Either way, they'd probably think something if we've been missing for a year.
We're not dead. We're hostages.
They might know that, actually. That might stop them.
In a roundabout way, that's what we are.
Yes, that might be what's stopping our connections from interfering with our plans over in Aria.
Hey,
So
Squid.
if they're talking about amassing armies, that would be a great way to get a lot of people on to listen to them.
Yeah?
Hey, Squib, I got a question. Do you know any wizards able to cast on, say, the 7th circle of magic?
Personally, no.
Yeah. Reiki?
Riki just looks to you.
Know anyone that can cast on the 7th circle of magic that isn't tied to Zardak?
I can't say.
I think I know someone who might have a good idea.
Perfect.
Well, we
can
need to get to
find
Tempest even quicker now.
Perfect. If we can find them and they're a wizard, then I may be able to get word home to our family by backing off of their spell slot.
Mark,
That would be a good idea, actually.
The only problem is, this messenger service tends to be a little expensive.
how expensive?
Have you ever heard of Galder Speedy Courier?
No.
Okay, well, if you cast at a high enough level, you can send through dimension. The only issue is that the caster needs to know person, etc., etc. Which means I kind of just need those scrolls, and then I can send out a few things by using it on myself, having you use it.
So they
And I
need
think
to know
you
these
might be the
people.
only one able to cast it.
They need to know these people personally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hence why scrolls.
Tempest should be able to help us out with that then.
What were you about to ask, Mark?
I was going to ask if Tempest was a wizard or knew anything like any wizards.
As soon as this question is asked, Mark, you know that Tempest is the mightiest wizard you have ever seen.
He does. I do remember that he was one of the mightiest wizards, at least.
Oh,
So
right. I
Adol
was wrong.
quickly.
It needs to be 8th circle magic.
Adol goes to him and grabs his shoulder. Really?
yeah.
Then he might be able to do better. He could potentially send us home.
I mean, if you can cast at 7th level anyways, you could do that. That's just a matter of plane shifts.
Either way, if we reach... But even then... If we reach Tempest, we can't just let the cultists potentially keep their hands on the tree.
You always give me the tree.
No, that's suicide.
Oh, if that's the case, then hopefully by tomorrow we can get there. If my plan for travel ends up working.
Yes, I need to think of a plan as to what to do. Never mind. I'll have to think about it. And she heads up. Starts heading off. Mark? Where did you get the idea? How did you know how to make a gun?
I theorized with it with the, what's his name on the boat, and we took apart the gun and analyzed it, and figured out how to put it together. Probably through, I guess, like a better term, is through study of an actual gun.
I thought you asked Wait, he didn't mention that he asked Tempest for help. Oh, I think he
Actually,
did.
wait, oh my god, he did ask Tempest.
Yeah.
You did, and then Tempest basically downloaded it into your brain.
Oh.
Like, yes, sons, I'm sending the file now.
Oh yeah, he said that, yeah, I took it apart, figured it out, and I believe Tempest put some memories for how to make one in my head.
Tempest did that?
Mm-hmm.
Blueprint.
Do you have-
.exe has been downloaded.
Do you have the gun or the plan for the gun with you now?
I believe I gave the gun and that to Agam, but I do remember how to make it.
Can you draw it in the ground here for me, please?
All of the instructions?
More on paper.
Just... I don't need the plan. I just need to confirm something. Just a basic outline of what the gun you would make would look like.
Okay. Then I'll kind of go across the dirt and draw that out.
He'll crouch down and look to it before looking to Hubert. Does this remind you of the Solarian weapons?
To a degree.
Jubilee will look down.
A bit.
Kinda does.
A bit better than the Solarian weapons, so.
Tempest
Thought to
mentioned...
ask- You thought to ask Charlie if he knows about Tempest or guns or anything of the sort.
Ada will look to Charlie. She looks back to Mark. Do you want to wake him up?
You know what I mean, when he actually is awake.
Right. We could, but... I think I might be grasping at straws here, but this does remind me of Solarian technology. There is a chance that he might know Solarians himself. Which means... he might be able to send the message back home anyway. Perfect. Thanks, Mark. And Jill head over. She is forming some plans.
Yeah, the plans might not work well because if it doesn't know the right people, it won't go to them.
Well, guess we'll see
Speed
what.
Courier is a bitch and a half, and it costs 12 gold every time you use it.
I thought you said it'd be expensive.
That is expensive.
12 gold's expensive?
12 gold and an 8th level spell slot.
There you go.
Yeah, that's kind of expensive.
Oh,
That's how you get it to a different plane of existence.
Oh yeah, this high-end PC ain't expensive at all. It's only cost 10 cents. 10 cents? Yeah, 10 cents and $9,900 and 90
a
cents.
high-level spell slot.
No, he didn't.
Right,
He just said it'd be
asking for
expensive.
high-level circles of magic.
He just said it's expensive, not high-level circles and nothing.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
He literally asked Squib if he knows anyone of the 7th circle of magic.
Alright, not bad.
Which means 7th level spells. Which actually, I was wrong. It's 1 higher. But the point is, like, this is some high-tier bullshit.
Well, Adel's just resting.
This is a once-a-rest
Actually,
type deal.
what time is it? Morning? Early morning?
Not yet. It's in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's... Actually... No, better if I rest because I used a lot of spells. Mark, can you stand watch?
I can.
Thanks. And she's out like a light.
Once Marco just do what Adelstar did, didn't go around and up to the vantage point and go into sentry mode.
When Hubert gets close, Adel will actually, like, quietly reach out to hold his hand. And at this point, I think if anyone would notice, her hand is shaking a little.
Hubert says nothing, but does hold her hand back. He ain't gonna point it out to anybody.
Who's that?
What?
Oh, Montara.
No, that wasn't Montaro. That was me unmuting because I wanted to see. But I didn't want it to be loud enough to be caught.
Julie's just kind of sitting against the rock wall thinking.
Alright, Patterson, Clarence, let's take Thorgrim and his bag and go get some bone dust in it.
Patterson will look to Thorgrim, who still looks catatonic before looking to you.
Thorgrim at this point is, now that Hubert is not beside him, is reaching out with his arm half-heartedly and pantomiming a biting motion and just going nom.
I meant his body, Patterson, not him helping.
Patterson will then point to Thorgrim as if trying to tell you something, but he can't seem to form the words.
Sounded. Write it out, Patterson. We went over your alphabet recently.
No touch.
Daw.
What did we say about the hierarchy of order?
He no like.
Daw.
He's forming sentences.
He's forming
He's
morals.
writing them out.
He's forming a personality.
He has a sense of right and wrong. Holy shit.
Fine.
Becoming
Clarence, you're
human.
writing it.
Patterson will then just grab the bag of holding off of Thorgrim and point to it.
He half-heartedly tries to grab it, but fails.
I mean, I guess that works too, but I don't want to be called a thief. If anyone blames us, I'm blaming you.
Patterson will give you 4 thumbs up to this.
Alright, let's go get the bone dust.
Anybody else doing anything for the rest of the night?
No, sleep.
You sound like you're about to fall asleep too.
How long have
No,
we been
no,
going
I'm
for?
just
Just good acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt. I gotta say, Matt's acting is really on par. Sometimes I'm like, is he really upset or is he really asleep?
No, I've got plenty of experience acting asleep and being asleep because I'm usually asleep.
Alright, so, Tauntaun, how much of this are you trying to collect?
as much as I possibly can. Patterson, due to not needing sleep, is told that if Tauntaun passes the fuck out, just put bone dust in the bag.
Okay, so you won't be able to collect a lot of it because most of it was destroyed.
That's completely fine. I just want bone dust.
Okay.
I'm sure I can find a use for it somewhere. Much like flour.
Patterson will get about 2 pounds of it through the night, and before the end of the night, we'll return to Thorgrim, put it under Thorgrim's head like a makeshift pillow, and waddle back to you.
By this point, Thorgrim is in fact like passed out, and he doesn't even react.
El will get up and stretch
They know.
while looking around.
Hubert is already awake, currently making coffee, and Charlie is nowhere to be seen.
He's getting
Is his stuff still there?
His stuff is in fact still there.
Okay.
He's getting ingredients. Don't worry about it. He's getting ready for breakfast.
Ada will look over to Hubert. Hello, Hubert.
Hello, my lady.
Thanks for not saying anything yesterday.
I had no reason to say anything.
Yes, it was. Even so, was meeting him face to face again was intimidating.
In all honesty, I think the giant skeleton was more intimidating than he was.
You were intimidated by the giant skeleton?
One of those things seems like it's more capable of killing us without having to try.
I'm not sure, actually. Didn't feel the giant skeleton was that scary.
My lady, he had almost killed Thorgrim.
Many things almost killed Thorgrim.
As in, had Thorgrim not been in whatever state he's in, I'm fairly certain he would have killed him.
Oh, that's true. Maybe it's perception. Maybe we've almost died so many times, I'm kind of used to it by now. Anyway, what are you doing?
Making coffee.
Ooh, I'll have some.
Of course. He will then make you a cup of coffee as well.
Alright. Ricky is... Wait, you said Ricky was asleep, right?
No, she's awake.
How are you, Ricky?
Fine.
She pats Ricky on the shoulder. Good to hear.
She blinks a bit to this, but doesn't seem to mind.
Want some coffee?
Sure.
Alright. Hubert, can you make her some coffee too?
Hubert will nod and do so.
Perfect. Then she'll take a seat, have some coffee, and will also feed Zuriel his morning dose of human life energy. Well, not human. Elf life energy. There we go.
Elf life seems like a good marketing opportunity.
Yep.
Oh, Thorgrim, you're back. That means you get to tell me what you do now that you're awake.
Well,
I heard you
Thorgrim.
talking to somebody, so
Yeah, I know. Somebody came in with a package.
Damn, good ear, Jor.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thorgrim is going to wake up slowly, realize that the I don't want to put a lot of makeup, and then we'll realize the bag of holding is strangely behind his head for some reason.
Behind your head with a childish-like drawing of you with hearts over your head, and Patterson giving you the bag of holding.
But if he gave me the bag of holding, that means he must have taken it. I'm confused.
As you say this, you look over to Patterson, who never needs to sleep, and he gives you a thumbs up.
I'll give him a thumbs up back, and I will put the drawing in the bag of holding. And I will fold the bag of holding like a shirt, and I will store it away, and I will pull out my special rock pillow that I got from Granny Bittergiggles, and I will set it underneath my butt, and I will sit down. And then I will continue staring off into space.
Okay. The smell of coffee and now cooking food begins hitting your nose.
Food.
Okay. Jubilee, at this point you wake up.
Get up and look around, see how everyone's doing. And look for my motivational man, my hype man.
You see it standing near Thorgrim, trying to get his mood up by going, "You can't let the world get you down. You need to make the good of your day." Thorgrim, you get a D12 inspiration for the rest of the day until you use it.
Okay then.
Damn.
Thorgrim is going to, without looking at the hype man, reach out and pat it on the head.
It will then flump over as it is done doing what it needed to do.
I think I broke it.
No, don't worry, it's supposed to do that. Jubilee will say getting up and going, retrieving it.
Okay.
The hype man literally hypes up whoever it deems needs it the most.
That's a good thing for me to have.
Yes, a hyper-depressed Tauntaun never needs inspiration.
I don't think
Thorgrim was closer.
All of you, touch.
I don't think Thorgrim's ever seen it before. So
Well, Jubilee will explain. Yeah, this little thing tends to motivate you in the morning and seems to make me feel like I can. How do I put this? Feels like I can do something a little better in the day.
without even looking at you, Thorgrim just goes, "That's cool."
Yeah, and I guess it tends to favor whoever needs it the most. If I'm near someone else.
You didn't do it to Tauntaun, just Thorgrim was the closest person.
That's cool.
Alright, let's see. Tauntaun, you wake up next.
Alright! I'm gonna sit up after turning back into proper Tauntaun and get out of my burial ground. Because I'm assuming there was still quite a bit of bone dust left that we just left in the bone dust.
Who do you mean?
We just slept in it like it was a pile of Colombian Bolivian powder.
So what you doing?
Gonna look around, eat a coffee. Patterson, carry me to the other.
Can Patterson lift Tauntaun? Yes.
To be fair, Tauntaun barely weighs anything. Like, in this form, he's only 173 pounds. And his true form is only 75.
Alright, so Patterson carries you this close before setting you on your feet.
Thank you, Patterson. Can I have some coffee?
Hubert will nod before giving you a cup.
Tauntaun is going to immediately down it like a shot.
Roll Constitution.
He always downs it like this. There is no better way to do fucking coffee. I got a double 5.
Alright, you burn the shit out of your tongue and the roof of your mouth.
You should
Power
thank,
through the pain.
you should thank him for giving you coffee.
Said thanks when he took the cup?
He did?
You may have cut out there, Scorp.
Ah, yeah, no, he was supposed to have said thanks when he took the cup.
Oh, then never
Oh,
mind
wait.
what I said then.
All we heard you say was he downs it.
What I had specifically said was, he says thanks and then downs the fucking thing.
Oh, all I heard was he downs the fucking thing.
Alright, Mark, you wake up now. Wait, I did this in the wrong order. No, I didn't. Mark, you wake up now. I don't think Jay's here.
No,
I
I'm
don't
here.
think he's here.
Oh, there you are.
Gets out of Sindri mode and just. Is it possible to slide down this mountain or no?
Yeah.
Just slide down. I'm gonna start to walk over.
Okay. At this point, you all see a large amount of food in bowls and on wooden plates as Charlie has been cooking this entire time.
Charlie,
Eh?
Do you eat this much by yourself?
Oh yeah, eat all the time.
Do you have any vegetarian options?
I found a few wild carrots, potatoes, other things.
Do you have eggs?
I can.
The last time that's vegetarian.
The last time I went and tried to get an egg, you told me to put it back.
It was a Hydra egg that was kind of a unique
That would
situation.
have made a wonderful omelet.
So, no eggs, I'm guessing then?
No, I didn't find any eggs.
Alright.
So you're saying you're not able to run back to that net?
I could. It's
Please
just
don't. Alright. And she'll look over to Thorgrim. Thorgrim,
Yeah,
how are you?
on a scale of 1 to 10, -20.
Oh.
Alright, come with me for a moment. And chill out over here.
Trudge. Takes a while for him to get there.
What's the matter? Was it the giant undead?
Yeah. I'm tired.
Of undead or just tired in general?
Just tired in general. Of undead, of this stupid realm, of chasing that man. Just want to fucking kill him and get on with my life. I'm tired of having to deal with all of this bullshit that's been happening. I'm just tired.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel the same way. So, I have a hard truth for you. That whether or not I will tell you depends on if you feel that you're willing to take it.
I feel like I'm gonna learn it one way or the other, so you might as well spill it now.
Alright. The puppeteer cannot die, not permanently. Whenever he dies, he wakes up somewhere else, a different time later.
Well, that's just fucking great.
Yes, Jubilee has a theory that trapping his soul outside of his body might do something. But aside from that, she shakes her head. No. It seems that he has been that way for a very long time. Originally, he came from another realm. One before Aria, even. His whole thing is that he wants to die, but he cannot. That's why he joined the cult. He hopes that by making everything end, there'll be nowhere for him to wake up in.
As soon as you say that the puppeteer can't die, Thorgrim's shoulders sag and he just starts bellowing like, "Oh, you're telling me that I've spent months away from my family, away from my home, chasing a dream that is absolutely meaningless? I can't even seek revenge? This is all fucking pointless!"
Well, Thorgrim, while I disagree with the idea about revenge, I can tell you that is not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
Did you listen to what I said?
Yes, and you said he can't die, and my
He
whole point...
wants to die.
But he can't!
Yes, you can't kill him. He wants to exist in a world where there is nothing. He wants the cultists to succeed.
But I wanted to end him. That's why I'm here.
So what are you going to do then? Are you
I don't.
If
I
I
don't.
may.
Hubert?
Thorgrim, your path is not meaningless and it is not ended. You need to destroy his soul.
Or at least contain it.
He slowly turns to Hubert and walks almost robotically to him. Tell me how.
Well, magically means we could imprison it and then keep it locked away permanently within the prison's mind. Other than that, you need a magic weapon that specifically targets and destroys ones.
But that would just be giving him what he wants. Unless that's what you want.
It's what I've always wanted. I just want revenge. That's all. I just want to make sure that my wife's soul rests in peace. And the only way that I know how to do that is to make sure that her killer is gone. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted.
Thorgrim, I think everybody here knows that killing him will not make her soul happy. You included.
And how the fuck do you know what would make her happy?
Because of what you told me. She is not the kind of person that wants you risking your life over revenge like this. If you want to use her death as your motivation to kill him, go ahead. But don't drag her name through the mud for it.
How dare you?
No, Thorgrim, you listen to me. You have been going after this man for months when you have left your family at home. You were the one that decided to go after him. You were the one that decided to leave your family behind. Yes, this is a hard path, but this is one that you chose for yourself.
So what do you suggest? Do you suggest that I abandon everything and go home and just be a family man and leave that thing to keep doing what he's doing?
Yes. Because you have lost so much throughout your entire life. You have the chance to rebuild. You have the chance to start over and fix your family and yourself.
I don't have anything because I can't find them. They're in an alternate dimension.
We are going to see Tempest, who is the, and I quote, mightiest wizard alive, who can, and might possibly will, have the ability to send us home. That is what I wanted to talk to you about.
And if he doesn't, then what?
Then we will figure it out. You're acting as if it is impossible. Hell, if we become strong enough, Tauntaun or I could send us home.
Tauntaun could do it better.
I'm sorry.
She walks right in front for me. And no, you do not get to be sad now. Accept what you have chosen and accept it well. You have decided to seek this path of revenge, using your wife's death as a motivation when we both know that's not what she would want. I have told you this many times, and this is the last time I will tell you. The path of revenge will not leave you whole. All it will do is leave you empty. If you want satisfaction, if you want to breathe, go home.
Technically, Tauntaun told him something similar.
Well then, he's been told this twice.
He told him that revenge once completed leaves you empty, and he should get a fucking hobby.
Now look, and she'll kneel so they're face to face. That does not mean I do not like you. I have very much enjoyed our time traveling together, and under better circumstances, I would hope that we do so again. But this is taking a toll on you. Last night you were barely alive. Not physically, emotionally. You were a zombie of the man I know. If this keeps going, you'll be nothing left but the same same ravaged man whose acts that you look so highly upon in Poe Master's museum back in Haven. You would be nothing.
Those words are like a punch to the face for Thorgrim, and he actually stumbles back.
So if you stay on this path, and she goes forward, if you stay on this path, you will kill the man who killed your wife, but you will gain nothing. You will not gain satisfaction, you will not gain some sort of relief. All you will feel is the same grief you feel now, but no drive. Nothing. That is why I'm saying you either change the reason why you are here, or you go home to your family. Am I understood?
Thorgrim is finding it very hard to find the words of what he's trying to, like, how he's trying to articulate what he wants to say. And eventually he swallows and he just says, yeah, I know what I have to do.
And that is?
I need to be a father.
It'll nod slowly. Good. And she stands. I don't dislike you, Thorgrim. But I'm harsh on you because I hate seeing you destroy yourself.
I know that you said that revenge would leave me empty inside, but I've been empty ever since it happened.
When it happened, what did you do?
That was when I set out.
And therein lies the issue. Rather than staying with your children, with your extended family, with your wife's family, and grieving, you left.
I guess this was my own twisted form of grieving.
I wouldn't say it's as twisted. I've seen it more times than I can count.
Still doesn't make it right.
Nope, it does not. But that is all fine if you're able to put it right.
I just wish I could do more.
We all do. But more isn't necessary. All that's necessary is that we do what we can.
Losing someone is so hard.
It always will be. Ada will let him rest against her and give him the time he needs, while nodding to Hubert. Thank you, Hubert.
And Thorgrim will also say thank you, Hubert.
Eventually, after the long, awkward silence, Charlie just goes, "So, do you guys want to come and eat, or?"
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, food. It's weird seeing Thorgrim cry.
Hubert,
I've done it a few times already. It's not that strange.
Still
It's
awkward.
strange to me, damn it!
Hubert, can you... Oh, never mind. I guess we'll only have some. Actually, she'll call over Ricky and Squid. You two don't need to be so far away.
Oh, right, do any of you know wood carving?
Hubert?
I'm afraid not.
Well, look at me.
I can whittle, Squib says.
Can you hollow out Carl's?
He looks over at Carlson and goes, "Not easily, but it's technically doable.
Okay.
Why the
I
fuck
have the
would you?
idea of just filling him with health potion liquid.
Well,
You're
there's your
trying
answer.
to make
Why?
him bleed?
I think he's trying to make it a walking keg.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
just a walking keg full of health potion stuff.
I am not drinking from that.
You're
I mean,
supposed to
you're
pour it
down
into a
here-
glass, then drink it. You're not supposed to drink directly from a keg, Gato Sarday.
Yeah, I was
Speaking.
thinking more. He has like a cork on his finger and he kind of pushes it into people if they're down.
Speaking of drinking, does anyone have any spare alcohol?
Hubert will pass you a bottle of wine.
Ah, cool, thanks. And Hubert will, or Thorgrim will actually like put it on his belt. He won't drink it.
I have drugs. Do those count?
No, I just want alcohol.
Shame. Oh, right. If you find bone dust in your bag, leave it alone.
What?
Long story.
Truncate it, make it smaller.
There's bone dust in your bag.
Why?
Leave it alone.
I
You
mean,
and
it
your-
is in your bag. If you don't want it there, you could take it out.
Where the fuck else am I gonna keep 2 pounds of bone dust?
All he's asking you is to tell him why there's bone dust in his bag.
I don't have a use for it right now, but it might be useful at some point. The fucking bone dust.
I think
So
he's...
what-
Oh, sorry.
So what you're saying is you're a pack rat.
I think they call that a hoarder, actually.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
same
could
thing.
weaponize flour. I could probably find a way to weaponize bone dust. Or use it
Yes.
to help grow crops. One of the two.
Flour.
I know a way to weaponize bone dust. I can take it out of the bag and throw it at you.
That's
Technically
not
speaking,
weaponizing it, that's just covering me in even more white powder.
unless of course
Wait,
it throws
more.
it in your eyes.
As for flour, all you need to do is fill up an entire room of flour dust and then ignite it with a spark. It will cause an explosion.
Have you ever heard
Yeah,
of the old
another
saying,
level.
pocket sand?
I think this group gets way off topic really
My only
quickly.
pair of eyes.
The good old dwarf Gale dribble.
Indeed.
Alright,
Classic, isn't it?
so let's focus back on the topic at hand. What are we doing today? Heading towards
Oh,
Tempest, yes.
Going to Tempest?
Charlie also helpfully goes, I thought we were traveling.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
see? Charlie knows what we're
I
doing.
do,
Not Metal Sarday.
I do have a plan here, and hopefully it can work. Charlie is pretty confident that he can assume how long an hour is, so the plan is to have him at least run an hour and a half south, and then at least 7 hours, 7 to 7.5 hours east.
And that should
Hope
get
that
us to
could get us-
Tempest.
It should get us close to his lab.
Okay, that should work. Considering that the puppeteer asked us for help, he's getting desperate. Which means Rashi is getting closer to the tree. Or even worse, the puppeteer is going to do something more rash to keep it. So we
I
need
still-
to hurry.
I still can't believe that motherfucker asked you guys for help.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, I hope you take some solace in the fact that he's not in a good way.
Kind of funny.
it does make me wonder though. He said something about Rashi that I kind of ignored up till now.
Which was?
He seemed to believe Rashi might be a bigger threat, as big a threat to us as he is. As in, extra-dimensional threat. Not
I
quite.
think it's possible, but
We can ponder that during our travels.
During our travels, I don't think we'll have the opportunity to. Well, you might have the focus to. I'll probably be unconscious.
He'll probably throw me through the front window.
Probably.
Jubilee just is looking for something to tie herself down at this point.
Well, if if we wanted to make sure we actually do this actively, does anyone think they have any ways of letting Charlie know when to at least stop?
I
Tauntaun
have
could make
telepathy,
a...
but he didn't listen the last time.
Tauntaun, can't you make a magical image of the clock?
Are you gonna try and make him race the clock?
It was a simple yes or no question.
And my question's also a simple yes or no.
Can I pose a question on top of that question?
Which is?
Which question?
Can he tell time?
Yes.
Okay.
Charlie?
Charlie, are you able to read a clock?
He stares at you for a long time before going, oh yeah, one of those, yeah.
She'll take out like a... What is it called? Not a stop... A hand clock? Clock attached to a change. There we go. Thank you.
Pocket watch.
I said thank you! Jeez. Pocket watch. This. And she'll wait for 5 seconds to go by on the clock before saying, how many seconds just tick by on the clock?
That's 5.
Perfect.
Hey, he knows how to read it.
That's good.
Well, there you go, Tauntaun.
I may be stupid, but I'm not dumb, he says as he goes back to eating.
No, they do the same thing,
He
right?
says with both eyes looking in opposite directions.
Adel stares at him hard
God damn it,
for...
that's my weakness. Don't say that.
Charlie isn't an absolute idiot.
Yeah, but he is a moron.
Basic knowledge.
Adel
Yes,
just...
basic knowledge. Oh.
Adel stares at him for a while before just going over and headbutting a tree. Before coming back. Duly noted.
So yes. Tauntaun can make an image of that and have it pop up when the hour is done, and hopefully that'll be accurate enough for him to stop. The hour and a half.
Perfect. If all goes to plan, and it rarely does, but if it does, you should be there by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
We can only hope.
Nice. Once the cart's ready, we can...
Yeah, we're
Get
kind of
this
just
ready.
waiting for the cart to be done.
Alright.
Wait, south? Oh fuck, we'd be getting very close to the tree.
So the plan was at least 50 miles south, like
Technically,
we're
we're
getting like
getting
essentially
close.
here and then going this way.
That's east.
I think it's more
Yeah,
if
but-
we have him go in a straight line, he's less likely to miss something.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get him on just a straight line to getting there.
Diagonal is
It's
not
still a straight line.
I'm gonna show the view. Okay,
gross.
the decision has been made. This is the path that is being taken.
Ooh, Tetris.
So,
Or is it Snake?
Yes.
A couple of hours pass by, and eventually the cart begins coming to a slow as Charlie decides it's break time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Ada was KO'd in the back.
It's tea time. Jubilee was like tying herself to something to keep her grounded.
Many firebolts are spinning around Adel's head as she's unconscious.
Thorgrim's like thighs are like clenched against the seat, just like.
Goddamn.
Charlie comes to a stop and goes, okay, break time. And he unhooks himself and dashes.
Break time as he keeps running.
Nah, man, he's just taking a small jog.
He's looking for ingredients.
This
I've
might
come
be a
up
good
with a
spot
new
to find
recipe.
ingredients.
Oh God, no!
Yes.
That was their whole joke with him. It's like, I've discovered a new recipe.
Well, he was Chaos was referencing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Yes! Wait,
Lit-
hold on.
literally.
This
every
looks
time.
like a good spot to find some ingredients. How the fuck do you do Donald's voice? Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I just tried it and I got nowhere close.
I always like how Goofy stances up whenever he's ready to fight, because I only think of the meme where it says, I'm gonna yuck you up.
Yes.
Time to yuck. Alright.
I'm gonna yuck and do it again.
How fuck do you?
Dimity Duck, it's time to yuck. Well, Adel will eventually recover and slide out of the chair, hobble over, and take a seat over here.
Guys, I think I'm stuck.
Hey?
Little hope.
Hubert will cut the rope for you.
Thank you.
This is why you always put the knots in a square knot where you can reach it.
I
Thorgrim,
didn't expect to be so dizzy I couldn't untie it.
Thorgrim slowly walks out on like jelly legs.
Eventually, Ada will put on her goggles and look around.
You still don't see anything.
Hold on, is the ghost there?
No.
No?
It fucked off.
What? Huh. I don't get it. I thought Hubert... Wait, did he die? No, he didn't die 2 times on the ship. Okay, I get it now.
Perhaps a good order following us, my lady.
Unlikely. More likely you died and then you came back. And now...
I did die on the boat, didn't I?
Yes. And then you might not have the stench of death on you anymore.
Somehow I doubt that. One would think dying would give me the stench of death.
Agreed. But now you've died twice. Maybe it's... I don't know.
Maybe it just got bored with you.
I don't think beings like that get bored.
Maybe a negative times a negative equals a positive.
That's what I'm thinking. It could be you've had so much...
normal math.
What the fuck are you all talking about?
There was a ghost that was falling around Hubert, and now it's gone.
Weird.
Me and Hubert still consider it just her imaginary friend.
Oh wait, hold on, Thorgrim. You're okay with ghosts, but not what?
Well, a ghost isn't really undead, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
I mean, it's dead, but it's still around, right?
Not in a physical form.
The
Doesn't
undead
matter.
don't have to be physical at Star Day. The undead is just anything that isn't staying dead.
Basically.
So is Hubert undead?
No, he's fully alive.
But he's
Undead
not
means
staying
that you're
dead.
That it doesn't apply to anything that was revived with a resurrection spell. That's different.
Now, see, if I raised him up as, per se, animate dead, then yes, he would be undead. Whether or not he'd still have sentient is a different question entirely.
I'm unsure. I'm fairly certain that still counts as necromancy.
Slowly,
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
Thorgrim very slowly approaches Hubert, unless he is undead.
I have a heartbeat program.
He's gonna listen for a heartbeat.
There is a heartbeat.
Adel glares with red eyes.
Someone's jealous they haven't done that yet. He says teasingly.
I am going to devour your soul.
Do you
Aw,
That's a new one.
do you all have such idiotic conversations when you're alone?
What?
Um,
Oh!
Oh! Oh no! Ada will slowly get up. What are you doing here?
Charlie, beat him up!
He's not
Charlie
here.
is not here.
What are you doing here?
The same thing I would assume you all are doing. Traveling, enjoying the weather, trying to get back my property.
immediately guarding Riki.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Trust circle.
Why come yourself?
Patterson, other side. The other
I'm
other.
gonna immediately start looking around to see if he can sense anyone else around them.
You
I
don't
think it's because his usual methods don't work.
because I'm tired of waiting.
So you came by yourself.
I didn't. For now.
I want an inside check. Also,
I'm going to stop you right there, as he will slowly pull out a gem as he takes a drag on his cigar, and as he exhales the smoke, you all hear a crack as he shatters the gem, as tendrils of energy spread out in multiple directions, slamming into the ground.
And he summons another Charlie.
As each of them seem to suddenly appear via a teleportation spell.
You lying bat.
well, technically he wasn't lying.
Definitely didn't lie.
They weren't invisible. They got ported in.
Wait,
Yeah, but like,
hold on. As in a teleportation spell?
Yes, but you cannot.
Counter spell.
Fuck!
from an item, so.
I mean, I could dispel the item.
He used it before you got the chance to.
Yeah.
Adol glances
Sadly, you
around.
can't use the spell.
Goddamn plot cutscene.
Adol glances around. Sorry, you go.
So this is like the third phase of like what the fuck, what he said. So.
Fourth phase, actually.
Oh, you motherfucker!
So, I'll give you all a choice.
What a shame, it's 9 o'clock.
Give me Riki, or I'll make you wish you had agreed to give me Riki.
Go to hell.
Now
Does she
hold,
speak to all of you?
hold
Or
on.
does she speak for all of you?
No, she doesn't.
Give us just a moment.
No.
Hey, I'm just gonna start telepathically talking to Mark. Hey, Mark. Are you able to contact Dragon Friend? Get him to come here?
Alright. So, Adel
You
Serde,
can
what
try,
were
but
you
you
saying?
should try to contact Charlie. Tell them there's another extremely strong, potentially world.
He's outside of my range.
Alright, Adel Serde, say what you have to say quickly.
Why do you want Ricky so much? This is beyond just property.
Give me a yes or a no. Now.
Adol glances around all the door guard, counting, like physically counting them before frowning and looking to Ricky.
Riki looks back to you with very innocent eyes.
What do you even consider it, Eosarde?
She slowly turns back around to Zardak. Fuck off, you egotistical, megalomaniac, useless excuse for a dictator that has to use all these men to take out someone because they're too afraid to do it themselves.
You watch as Zardak
Whoa.
will take a drag on his cigar.
I've never heard Eosarde swear.
He'll take the last drag on his cigar, exhale slowly before crushing the embers in his hand, and goes, "The fuck thing. Got it." Before he grabs his regal-looking outfit and tears it off as he begins exhaling and inhaling as his eyes begin turning red in a very familiar